I kicked the door open, staff held ready to fight, and shouted, "And I'm all out of bubblegum!"
Hey, I guess it's the SplatterCon. It was sponsored by SplatterCon. I should have made a SplatterCon
I was.
commercial or something. That'd been good.
You could have done that actually. The
I-
high school kids, like Chelsea, could have whipped something up like that.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, that'd been great, right? What's up, everybody?
Right up there instead of Harry.
Well, oh yeah, we could have put it up there. So Mr. Hernando, I could mess up with I can screw that up too. I can move that now. Did you know that? See, now it's over
really?
there. Now it's over there. Now Harry is jumping all over the place. What's up,
Oh, that's
everybody?
beautiful.
Yeah, right. Howdy.
Whoa.
I'm not that late. My toilet business only took a little bit of time today. So yeah, there you go. What's up, Sherry? How are you? First one in again. What's up, Fadian? How you doing? My reread has slowed to a crawl. I have get moving and get ready for the new one. January.
If we can
is
get
coming
there,
quick. Yeah, we could. I need to.
do it,
You guys have been doing okay.
Yeah.
I'm the one slowing us down, so I need to pick up the pace. Let's see
What's
here. What's up, Nick? Nick is here.
the next three will go like that anyway.
What is next,
Yeah,
anyways? Cold Days.
White
is next,
Knight.
right? White Knight. Yeah. That's all set up for
What
this
it's
book.
White Knight,
Big
small
time.
favors.
Jeremy, what's up? What White Knight, small favors, and then Cold? Is it Cold Days?
No, Cold Days is after Ghost Story.
I don't remember.
It's White
Ghost
Knight,
Story,
small
yeah,
favor.
Ghost
Shit.
Easiest votes. Yeah. So yes, we
Turncoat.
the mature Molly Carpenter Turncoat. Oh boy,
Turncoat, and then changes.
What is up, Sam? The name of Molly Carpenter brings Mr. Kane forth, of course.
We're all concerned about Mr. Kane a
And
little
Molly is winning right now.
That's just because.
That's what this book focuses on, right? I mean,
Yeah, Molly should be winning at. Yeah, no, this book. Yeah,
Molly-
after this book is when Molly should be. Winning.
Lara is still the
What's up, buddy?
The one and only.
Huh?
Are you gonna find watch something on the TV?
Yeah, it's fine as long as you don't mind me streaming.
No, you're good.
All right, sorry. Yeah, I saw that there was a Sisu 2, and I was like, really? Sisu got a sequel?
Yeah, how was the first one? I heard it was awesome.
It was
I don't even know that. I
fun.
don't
It
even know
wasn't
what that is.
narratively great, but it's a Finnish guy killing a bunch of Nazis, so I'm not sure how you go wrong.
Huh?
Protecting his gold. It was fun. You're not as long as you're not looking for a deep, well thought out. You know what you're going to see,
So-
right?
Don't want to.
So it's
plot or
it's a
anything.
foreign John Wick.
Exactly, pretty much. And as long as you know that's what
Yep,
you're going to
that
see,
works.
you're going to enjoy it, I think. So yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
Are we going to turn into a Stargate channel as well? What for
Ooh.
the remake? Aren't they remaking Stargate? That's what I thought. I saw somebody said, and yeah.
I've
Amazon's
only ever
good.
watched the movie.
You never
Oh,
watched
this-
the movie
this-
Stargate?
The show's
No, I
great,
watched
man.
the movie. I've never watched the show.
Oh, okay.
Show's-
I
the
actually
show's
like
great.
the show quite a bit. Yeah, Richard
I
Dean
love it.
Anderson. It's
I
funny.
love that movie too. Even every time that movie is
Yeah.
on TV, mate, I'll watch it.
100%.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a guaranteed watch.
It is funny that Richard Dean Anderson is mostly known for being MacGyver, yet he did what, like
About
10,
1,000
12
years
years
of
of Jack O'Neill, right? I mean, it's pretty
Mhm.
wild. It's pretty wild.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
he's pretty well known for both, to be fair. Like he's
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah.
I mean, what Stargate had the main series, and then what, 2 or 3 spin-off series? So yeah, it's not
spin-offs. The
surprising.
spin-offs were shit. The spin-offs sucked. I didn't like.
What are you
the
talking about? Jason Momoa and
Yeah.
Atlantis? You weren't there
Nah.
for that? Oh my god,
Wasn't
hater.
there for
I wonder why.
Guaranteed winner.
So yeah, right. He was with the fishes again, so I guess he can't get out of the pond. So Jason's
Oh,
stuck
you
in
know,
the water.
he's been typecast now. He's got that. He's got that one lane. He's got that one lane covered. Fish man. Okay,
Fish man.
Yep.
off you go.
Oh boy, yeah. So so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. But thank you for the super chat there, Mr. Sam. How are you? I wish fucking God, YouTube needs
The names. Yeah.
fucking names.
Mhm.
So let me know, please, if you shouldn't be getting any ads. If you are, let me know. But I turned it off for now. That seems to be working. So yeah. So if anybody gets any weird ads, let me know because it shouldn't happen. But yes, so we are here today for book 8, SplatterCon. No, Proven Guilty. Which is basically takes place mostly at SplatterCon, but it is
Steve, you've got to do exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point every time.
what's that? Oh,
Yeah.
SplatterCon. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
you,
my
you,
bad.
you are
Exclamation point,
missaying the con.
I'm not gonna shout SplatterCon in the middle of the night. It's like
You don't
SplatterCon.
You don't have to shout SplatterCon, but you do have to immediately follow it up with exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Yep.
Yeah, very good.
So good. It's so good. It really is this book. Do you reckon? I don't know about what you bought.
See, Black Cane misspelled it.
Yeah, you're missing 2 exclamation
Missing
points.
2. That's right.
What were you gonna say, Dan? What's up?
I think this is the book where we get the final iteration of Masters, as in like I know that there's a progression with Masters in the audio as you from the start for the first few books, and then when he starts to find his different voices and that sort of stuff, and that happened a while ago. But this book in particular, I think is where we get this is as good as it gets, and it stays as good for the rest of the series with his performance as the narrator. It's not just the voices; it's his his ability to add sarcasm or Harry's. Whether or not it's what Jim, I'm assuming it's what Jim wanted, right? But the way that he reads the page, do you know what I mean? Like the inflections that he puts into the,
the
words.
Well,
he gets it 100% right.
So, no, absolutely, because it's one of those you listen, because I don't know, you got several of the, Michael Kramer I put up there, you got Marsters, and then of course Hayes, right? Those 3 pop out immediately to me is just changing your just changing the text in a good positive way by the way they are able to just sort of read it to you when you're listening to it in Audible, right? They add another they add another level
they do
to the enjoyment of the story, right? And it is interesting because I actually because somebody had mentioned it, I have been listening to Pawn of Prophecy again. Well, for the first time, I never listened to it on audio before, and the guy's not doing a bad job, but you could you could tell the real masters of the audio work are really just head and shoulders above, and they just add another just level to the story. Marshall does that and then some. It is interesting to just his evolution too. It sounds like he's at the point where he's enjoying it, right? I feel like
fully invested too, right? You can tell that he's enjoying it. He's trying to find different ways to do it, not just read straight off the page.
He's flexing his creative muscles now. It's not just him going, I'm Harry Dresden, blah right? Or it's not a job. He's sort of okay, this is he's taking it more seriously, but also at the same time enjoying what he's doing. At least
Yeah,
that's
and I
what
think that
I feel.
that's probably fair. That's probably fair too. Like the last couple of books has been like a real uptick in the quality as well from Jim. So you can kind of understand. He's like, oh shit, I'm
Mhm.
onto something really good here.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if
Well,
you change
and-
masters, when you start this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say in defense of the guy that does the audio for Pawn of Prophecy, that audio is done in an era where they didn't really act it out so much in the audiobooks. Like Martin Shaw
Yeah,
for
not
Lord
at
of the
all.
Rings.
Well, I
Didn't
think it's
really
an
act-
updated version I got because he is inflecting for Paul and stuff. So
Well, he did like he does a real deep voice for uh what's his name? Like he's got Polgara's voice, and
he's doing voices for Dernick and Polgara and Belgarath. So
yeah,
I mean he's
Belgrath, yeah.
he's doing some of it, but it's just
Belgareth. It's
Bel what?
Belgareth.
Whatever. I always said Belgarath. That's Belgarath.
How
Whatever.
about him? But think about
I always
I-
added the extra Garath.
think about it this way, right? When you read his origin story, and before he gets the bell, do you read his name as Gareth or Garaf?
I felt Garath, so I went Garath.
No,
That's all I can
as if we're bullshit. When you're bullshit. You fucking
Look, that's
liar.
part of why I don't read books and I listen to them is because I read with feeling.
you-
I don't read
I'll
with
guarantee-
I don't
Alright,
read
we'll
with
go-
literacy. I read how I feel.
Well, you go on
You
audio.
listen with feeling.
Exactly. I
audiobook.
listen with feels. That's exactly right.
Go
I
on
feel like
audio-
this is. I feel like this. Damn, what it's supposed to be pronounced as. I feel like it should be pronounced this way. That's how I read. Okay.
All right. Well, I'll go on audio his origin story, and I'll guarantee I'll bet all my savings on the fact that he doesn't say Gareth. I bet he said Gareth when he's a kid.
Oh, I'm sure you're right. I mean, it's Garen and all that. So I'm not arguing that you're wrong. I'm just telling you why I say Garoth.
Yeah. This thing's funny. You
Well,
both did it. I was like, hang on
now-
a second. Am I the crazy one here or what?
Now, Dan, you are talking
Yeah.
to the person that knows Elida as Eladia.
Yes,
It's
I
very
said
true.
Eladia.
Yeah,
A lot.
you're not
Yeah, I
There's
pronounced
no hope for
Elida wrong. Elida. See, I
I
still
know.
can't get it right. Eludia. Yeah,
Yeah.
I said it. I said it. I still say it wrong. It's funny enough that I say it wrong that so much. Trip comes in and I say it right. She's like, "Holy shit, got it
Is that how you
right.
say it?
It's amazing."
Oh, no.
Um,
Well, but that's
Andy
where you have the
Serkis
phrase
doing-
"sun shines on a dog's ass."
So I heard that was extremely good too. Andy Serkis doing
Mhm.
reading the Lord of the Rings stuff. I heard
Ah,
that
it
was
is.
amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing actually.
I didn't, so I haven't. That might be something I need to do as well. But yeah.
It puts you to sleep though. You got to listen to it when you're
Okay.
really awake.
You guys are testing me here. Is this Salvis or Shatterharan?
I have
I
no
think
idea.
it's Salvis. I'm gonna
I
it's Salvis. I can't.
Yeah.
The they're so close. The avatars. So, but yeah. So I know. Before you said, I think initially you said when you finished this, you said this felt like slower than the previous few. Is that still you? Was that your
Mhm.
initial feeling when you finished?
Well, so like my first listen and read on this book on Proven Guilty was just frenetic. I would dug it. It was incredible, and then this time through, it was not nearly as much. There was,
Yeah.
it's not to say that it was a letdown. It was just differently paced than my initial read, which is crazy to me, but still a solid book. I still can say from my point of view, there's not a bad Dresden book. On
Yeah.
the Dresden scale, it ends up being a little bit lower than the rest. Well, on the lower
I
end.
don't know. I'm sort of trying because like I felt like it was a really easy read. Like
Yeah, it is an easy
not
read.
that any of them are really hard, but it felt like it flowed pretty good. Salty, what's up, buddy? Circus crushes the Hobbit, owns it. Yeah, I've heard that as well. So that might have to
does.
pop on the list too. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those like I doubt. Yeah, it just I don't know. This book sort of just flowed. Maybe it was just because it was direct and went right to. There was no meandering about. It was sort of right from the get. It went, you know, you
Yeah.
meet up
So-
with Michael, and then Michael's gone, and then you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
why is Michael gone?" And then Molly starts
I
being a
would-
manipulative little teenage minx.
Yeah, I would say it has a consistent pace to it. And it's not it's not a boom 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 kind of pace, but it does just kind of it's a level where we're going straight through, and then you hit Arctis Tour at the end, and but and you still have 100 pages to go.
Well, and I guess here's my question in chat too is I feel like this is did you catch on to I guess the villain per se as early as you do some of the other books? Because I feel like some of the other books you're able to sort of peg it. I feel like the Molly stuff is sort of a little bit more hidden, and when it comes down to it, Molly really isn't the villain. She's just a pawn being used by really somebody else. I mean, she started it, but somebody took advantage of her position, right, or of her lack of knowledge, right? So so she is the bad guy, quote unquote, but not really. So which makes it sort of also interesting. Jeremy, Karen Murphy is a girl boss. Changed my mind.
Ooh.
I don't know. Is that a bad? I don't know. Are we framing that as a bad
Well,
thing?
I mean, they're all girl bosses. Let's
mean,
be frank. They're pretty much all.
She is a boss. Not anymore. She got demoted. She was the boss of SI, but you know. She can boss me around. I mean, she's not my number one, but Karen can boss me around anytime she wants, man.
Yeah, she can't.
I think she's legit.
Pheromones though, so she's not.
She can boss me around anytime. I'll even
not to the same degree that
boss
Lara can.
me around anytime. There you go. There you go, Jeremy. Thanks for the super chat, my friend. Very good.
That's the thing. That's the thing that let's put this on the record. That's the thing that Jim does really well with these books. He writes girl bosses that are
all the
characters, right? They're all
almost all the girl characters are really good unless or really likable unless they are intended not to be.
Yeah, for those moments, but they're not like bitches, and that's supposed to be a good thing, for example, right?
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Well, let's look at the four girls in the poll, right? Susan, she doesn't start off as one. By the time she's got to go away and learns how to be a badass bitch, so she's no Mary Sue. Karen, he establishes her pretty easily from the get-go as someone you don't mess with. Lara, enough said, right?
There's never enough said. There's not enough words in the English language.
Well, she's a white core vampire too. She could kill all of them by herself.
And Molly right now is going to be incredibly vulnerable, but she'll earn her chops, in
and
about
then
4
some
books.
later. Yeah, we will. Yeah, Molly is definitely not. Molly's extremely vulnerable at this point, considering the amount of hot showers that she's taken to try and, get Daddy Harry to show her how it's done, so to speak. How many hot showers does she take? Going, Harry, can you show me how to be a woman?
As
it's
many
like,
as
okay.
As many Molly, as my
showers. 2 hot showers and a right hook from Charity.
Molly must have a fucking damn good fake ID for all the piercings, tattoos, and other shit she's got going on. Holy shit.
Well, I mean,
right.
In Australia you don't have to. Maybe she got them done down under.
Karen, so I guess Karen, like,
no pun intended.
So are we saying Mary Sue or girl boss? Like, wait, we're not. I don't think he's saying you're not, Jeremy. You're not calling Karen a Mary Sue, right? Like, no, girl boss. Like a girl boss is like, I don't know. Girl boss, I feel like has been manipulated into a bad thing because I feel like, every girl is now a girl boss because they're the bestest ever, right? So,
you can girl bosses are fine as long as they're not like taking
I'm
away
trying to
everything
think,
for the
where
men
has
that's-
Karen got her
Yeah.
ass kicked? I mean, she's
Uh,
gotten
By the tree monster, the chlorophene.
she's not the
kicked her ass.
chlorophene that got her. She ended up getting the best of it, but the chlorophene.
Yeah.
There's been a few
The
times where
loop
she's
guru.
The Loop
Yeah.
Guru got hold of her. She
I mean, she didn't
she
really
ma-
have that much actually physical action in this one. She was there.
No,
If
you think
no,
about
but
it,
she
she
will.
can't.
She does get it later.
I mean, she
obviously.
ends up with Arctis tour with the crew, but I mean, side by side with Thomas, right? So I mean, Thomas is going to take care of that shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think it. You could say borderline. I would, but you know, like Nate said, he does. Butcher does a lot of work to let you know that Karen works at being a badass. She takes all her ninjutsu classes or whatever it is.
Keto,
I
yeah.
forget.
I mean,
Whatever martial art she takes, she's
it's a keto. It must be she
Aikido.
must-
Yeah. So he makes it
must
pretty
do it.
clear that she has made her body a weapon as much as it can be for being a midget.
I think
I love
that's
the short ladies.
A midget. Yeah, a blonde
she's
midget.
always
Hair flying
Harry's
about.
Harry's always like meeting her on the gym mat as well. Like he's always talking to her when she's like throwing some fighting some dude or
Well, he trains for she's training him a lot of Aikido stuff too, which speaks, you know,
Yeah, she
he's a
does
tall, he less that, he says it every time. I'm not unathletic, but I'm a 18-foot sprinter, right? The amount of time he said, right? So like, the fact that he, defers to her when it comes to physical stuff should say something too, right? I mean, she's obviously made her body a weapon, but not a Mary Sue, but a 5-foot, 100-pound girl cannot realistically fight a 240-pound man, regardless of martial arts. Generally, I would say sure, but it depends on if it's just one-on-one. It really is dependent on the situation.
Correct.
So, like, if she got the jump on somebody, it was able to like kneecap them and then use some leverage to there are things she could do, especially with her training. Straight up squaring off against each other, you're probably right. She'd have a lot of difficulty, but like,
especially that martial art in particular is about force distribution, redistribution.
Well, and I think that's probably why.
That's what a girl that size would need to do to be competitive.
Right. I think that's why Butcher was smart to choose that martial art for her, because it makes sense, right? So, she just, I think the point is she doesn't sort of like, I think she uses it correctly. But to go up against to what's his name? Jardio Moncone's number one guy, fucking
Hendricks.
If she's like Hendricks was just standing there and she's like, Hendricks, get the fuck out of my way. He's like, fuck you, and she's like, whapa, and it's like, no, that's not. Come on, let's pull it back a little bit, Mr. Butcher. Right? So I don't remember anything like that happening. But I could be wrong. But whatever. Let's not. So I think Karen's been developed enough to sort of say she's fine. I don't recall there being any overtly crazy, like, going, there's no way a 5'6" girl could do that situations. Most of the time she's using her weapons or getting into the fray with some sort of weaponry, and then deferring, if the keto comes in, that comes in, right?
Her positioning, like when she's sparring, I guess when she's sparring off against bigger guys in the ring, that's when I get more of the, going head to head with someone who knows how to fight, and a girl her size. Yeah, that's not quite as believable,
right?
But when she's out there going up against some bad guys who may not really know how to fight or fight well, then her positioning and her, like Dan said, the distribution is what does her does her well.
Yeah, Mary Sue means no struggle. Anyone that says that about Murphy hasn't read the books or hasn't paid attention. Yep, I agree, and I think that's definitely why Jeremy was very careful with his wording, not to say Mary Sue, and said girl boss, because she is a girl
Yeah.
boss. She's a tough ass bitch. I don't think being a girl boss is necessarily a bad thing in all instances. Unfortunately, we tend to lean that way because it's used incorrectly a lot, but not
Yeah.
in her case. I don't think. I think she's done very well. So
Either way, it's as my brother used to tell me when I was younger. I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers.
she can throw me around. It's all right. She
Yeah.
like I said, she can. What did I say? I don't even remember what I said. She can boss me around anytime. There you go.
You're right.
So, yeah. So proven guilty. It was. I feel like I don't know if it just felt like this was a shorter one, or just it flowed, or just my time happened to work in conjunction with it. But the book seemed to fly by pretty quickly. I think it's just. I think it's a very streamlined, focused book.
Yeah, the chapters really kind of blend together in a lot of cases.
It's very focused. Once it latches on to the plot line, it just sort of goes right. I feel like sometimes you have some offshoots in some of the other books, and to get you off pace a little bit, or just like almost like introducing new antagonists to try and throw off the scent of who's doing what. There is some of that in here, but it's all sort of incorporated around SplatterCon ! Exclamation point! There you go. So I feel like it sort of streamlines it a little bit. No. I didn't feel that at all. I think your comment was absolutely 100% correct. So, and I don't think I know it wasn't directed at anybody. So you're good, man. You're good. This is a safe space, man. It's a safe space. You're good. Don't you worry. Uh-oh.
Safe space. Shut the fuck up.
What the hell?
What he?
Oh, I don't know. What? Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. Something popped up. I thought it was something relevant, but it's not. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, so we start out at
What do I miss?
where no, I'm just meandering about. Where so I forget exactly where we start out. I know we start out
where
Start out with the bloody. He's got the like the trial of the kid.
Oh yes. Which is not foreshadowing at all. You know that old school thing called foreshadowing.
Right.
So we show up with we start off with a trial for a wayward warlock. Now, I think it's obviously a very important scene because this kid who is obviously chosen a bad path is a huge contrast to what eventually happens with Molly. Not to put the
it, right?
What's that?
It's like a cap. It's a top. The top. It's a top and tail. What do you call it?
Yeah. Well, just head and tails. It's different end of the coins. Whatever you want to say. Like Molly has done things. But she is definitely not as far gone as the guy that we're dealing with in the first of the book. The guy that that we're dealing with here, he's a young kid, but he basically started didn't he start freaking just like manipulating his parents and all kinds of shit, and just was fucking got
murders were
power
done.
hungry.
Well, he forced people to suicide to self-delete. Oops.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. Yeah. If they want to get me for that, they can. Whatever. Yeah. I'm not monetized right now. They can stick it. But
right. Like I'll push back on this a little bit because like Harry really spells it out for Molly. Like later on, we'll get to it. But like what she does, not by intention, right? But the repercussions because of her skill in this particular art, which she has no idea about, but like she's done significant damage to this kid who's going to be mentally fried for the rest of his life.
Yes.
So it depends on whether or not how you quantify what's better.
Well,
Like, would you want to live? Would you want to live with that? Like, what's worse? Like
well, I
living with
think
that.
I think, and not to get too far, I think, and you don't. I honestly don't know if Ramirez is saying this to try and help. Says that what he says to try and help Harry,
Yeah.
and Molly through Harry, or if it's the truth. But Ramirez says that he believes they will all of her victims will be able to fully recover over time.
Yeah.
Harry didn't give that impression, especially of the
Not at all.
boyfriend. So I don't know if
Yeah.
that was something Ramirez said to try and push that. We'll get that when we get there, but
Yeah. True. We'll get there.
you know, I don't know if that was something Ramirez sort of lied about to try and help Harry out, or if that's the truth. But you know, so we're in this
Yeah.
we're in this trial. Basically, it's a view into what Harry had to deal with when he was a kid, being accused
Yeah.
of being a warlock. This kid has done a lot of bad. He's manipulated his people into. He's forced people to do murders. He's forced people to self delete. He's basically just screwed up people's minds. His whole family he fucked up too, right? He fucked up his
Yeah.
whole family, killed or manipulated, you know, forcefully. Just done pretty much every bad thing you could do with magic. He's done it at this point almost, and you know,
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
specifies here too, like the damage that it does to like to the person that's doing it too. Like that,
Right.
there's like once they cross that line, like that it it actually changes
Right.
their own mind as well, that they don't really realize.
Yep. What's up, Zach? How you doing, buddy?
And he's
And
far away down that
well,
track.
and of course, you know, this whole situation makes Harry obviously nauseous and feel, you know, he after they end up executing the dude, which
They
I'm,
take
you
his
know,
head.
they really, I don't really think they had a choice with this particular guy, but
Mm-mm.
Harry's sticking point, which I think is absolutely true, is who's out there trying to help these people from not doing this shit.
Yeah.
You know, we're
Yeah.
in the middle. Yeah, I know we're in the middle of war, but like we should be fight. You know,
Right.
why is there no access to anybody to try and help kids or people that
Yeah,
are discovering magic without
yeah, which
going this way?
which is a great it's a great thought by Harry, right? But like
Yeah.
in reality, like who chooses to make someone self-delete?
Well, I mean, it's well, I mean, I think that's also though.
And
I think that's done to show you how bad when you're using that type of magic, your brain can get messed up.
Yeah, but that I guess that's the question. Like, you know, what started him on the path? Like, whereabouts did this kid start? It doesn't really tell us like
right.
where he
Right.
started on the path. Like, to what level,
And,
to what degree did he use them? Yeah, or did he just like,
and
I'm gonna
Harry
like,
doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, and Harry doesn't really justify the kid's actions. I mean, like I know what you're getting at, Dan. I mean, it's like, how
I
soon
think
can
he
we
earned
get
it.
these kids to help them prevent that? You know, he recognizes the kid needed to be dealt with,
Yeah, but I think
and
there's a fair bit of
doesn't
projection.
disagree with the council, but
Yeah.
he's also it says that he's still wrestling too with the fact that he coldly killed two people in Deadbeat with Corpse Taker and
Yeah, he could have been wrong.
Dravain.
Yeah. He's still wrestling with
Right.
that. Yeah, he could have been wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, and I
you
think
know,
that we're like, you know, we're in Harry's head too, right? And so like Harry, I think there's a bit of projection here from his own situation.
mhm,
Like, you know, I needed a bit of help. Maybe this kid did too, but like also maybe this kid didn't. Maybe
Yeah.
he was the next Hitler, right?
right.
Yeah. You never know at this point, right? He is where he is, and you know, whatever help we could have given him, it's too late, right? So,
Yeah,
Mhm.
way too
uh,
late.
so you know, that's all pretty subtle. I should say subtle, pretty not subtle foreshadowing, um, as to what is going to some of the events that are going to happen during the book, right? Uh, so you know, Harry gets sick, and they all leave. I forget if he has a discussion with Ebenezer at this
Gatekeeper.
point.
I
Is it
think
the
he has a
it's the
discussion with the
gatekeeper?
gatekeeper, doesn't he?
He comes up with Ebenezer. He has a quick back and forth with Merlin first, and the Merlin just basically
Yeah.
says, "You just have no idea how bad these things can get.
Yeah.
So shut your mouth." you know.
Yeah.
And then then McCoy comes in, and tells him the war's not going well.
Right.
Winter and summer haven't declared war on the Red Court, despite the fact that the Red Court invaded Faye.
Right.
And so
And
he asks Harry to try
To
and find
investigate.
out why, since he's got connections.
Right. Since he's got the fairy connections, they want him to try and
Right.
figure out what's going
But
on.
Yeah, by
But
fairy
it's important.
connections, you mean that to the baddest fairy in all fairies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just tap that connection, Harry. Great idea.
Yeah.
No worries,
Yeah,
boss.
okay,
No worries, boss. I got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Now, but it's McCoy asking. It's not the council asking. So,
Yeah.
Because McCoy is very aware that there is an insider, and they don't know who it is. So he doesn't want this to go through official channels.
Right.
And that there's a reason why the execution was being held in Chicago. That it was a warning from the Merlin. And almost really a warning for Harry, as is standard fare with how that guy treats him.
Yeah, the Merlin's a dick.
But so
Yeah,
so
he
Harry
is.
agrees to look for McCoy, and then he gets a letter from Gatekeeper to look for some black magic in Chicago, but don't tell anyone you're about it.
Right. The Gatekeeper sent dropping a less than helpful clue. It's like what? Thanks, buddy. Now, we later get a good explanation from Bob about why the Gatekeeper works in his mysterious ways, which opens up all kinds of implications in this book when you actually. Is it McCoy or is it Blackstaff asking for Merlin?
It's a good
That's
question.
McCoy.
Oh yeah, but like, is it? Is it?
I don't recall the Merlin being under the. I mean, I'm sure he knows that there's a leak somewhere. But I think personally, at this point, I think he's kind of in a denial phase.
The Merlin.
And I think McCoy, because I think the later discussion that Harry has with McCoy at the very end is just kind of an indication, like, hey, we are keeping this under wraps.
There's other. So it's one of those. What was it? I was going to say something. Okay. Oh, we get it. We have a discussion with Bob later about the Gatekeeper, and it actually all kinds of interesting implications about when you get later into the series. What was the Gatekeeper's actual goal in this book by telling Harry what he told him? Because
and from what?
If it's because he went to the future and knew a thing, was it to push Molly in a certain direction?
Well, and then if you
was it to push him in a certain direction? Was it what was the Gatekeeper's goal long term
to protect Molly?
Well, maybe, but like, and then when you put in like when you think about like Harry's soul gaze that he does with Molly as well, and all the like the different versions of Molly that he sees, the different possibilities for her, like which one did the Gatekeeper try and
right that's exactly. So it's like maybe to protect Molly, but was it to push Molly in a certain direction, or was it to get Harry closer to Molly, so there's that connection, or what? Like what there's all kinds of things that come of it, right? So
Rashid still has a lot of questions surrounding him.
I don't think we're ever going to find out all the questions about Rashid. There's too many, and we've only got like
I don't know.
I think we're going to find out. I think
eventually,
if it's not 12 months, it's going to be Mirror that we're going to find out.
Yeah, I think one of these. Yeah, I think any of the ones that are going to start dealing with dimensions or time is when we're going to start getting
heavily involved.
Yeah. Is the Merlin white or black council? Basically, maybe gray. I don't. He's definitely not gray.
Nah, he's white. I think he's white.
He's white council, or there's something even more devious that maybe is going on, but I'm not sure if I'm that sold yet on that. But that's a later book discussion.
No, the Merlin is just an asshole.
I think that's probably fair enough. Maybe.
But I think he like he never does to me. Like
He's
even
like
like I
Morgan.
always, yeah, he's kind of like Morgan. Yeah, correct. Like it serves a function, and it's always from Harry's perspective that we see these people, and he has a very warped view of these people based on his interactions that he's had with them from when he was a kid.
Right.
And like throughout the, having the doom of Damocles over his head for all this time, and like all this, but Harry carries the biggest chip on his shoulder. Right? Let's be frank, he does. And so like he never thinks about he never considers that the Merlin may have reasons for being the way that he is, and to think about it from that perspective. But we as the reader can do that.
Do you think Merlin, as in Merlin the guy, will be in 12 months? I don't know about 12 months, but I think we're rapidly coming to ahead at Demon Reach, especially since Thomas is now, well, spoilers. If you haven't got there,
hang on.
Especially because of Thomas's location. I'm just going to leave that current location. So I don't know if it'll be. I don't know if it'll be this month book, but I think we're rapidly getting to some sort of reveal at Demon Reach. Yeah. So
I agree.
But
yes. The answer
yes.
is yes. But
I hope it'll be interesting if he's in 12 months, but we'll see.
I don't think so, because it makes more sense for it to be the book after. Because we're gonna have another breather here. We're gonna have a breather book like the one that we've got coming up next, like the ghost story. Like we've got a breather book coming up.
I think it probably it has to be, right. It still has to settle down a little bit after Battlegrounds, but all right. So so we go
after.
So I'm trying to get my order of events going. So go ahead if you have it.
Well, he gets done with the gatekeeper note, gets into his car, and there's Lashiel's image waiting for him. She wants to continually remind him that her services are available to him in light of the letter from Rashid. But Harry's like, no, go away. I know you're playing the long con. Get the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah, right. And then all of a sudden the car slams into him. And so Harry ends up in the car careening into another building, and Murphy shows up to take him home. And so there's a little bit of a back and forth, I think, that he has with Rollins or another cop, I think. And then Murphy shows up to take him home.
It's the same cop that ends up at SpiderCon, yes. I think it's Rollins. I think it's Rollins.
Is it Rollins?
I
lose track of it. Yeah, I think it's Rollins.
Yes,
the one
is Rollins.
Yeah, Rollins. Rollins is like grandpappy to Murphy almost, sort of. They have
well, he is like God. It's like Godfather to it, really, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
so they get back to his place, and so he's having trouble opening his door because it's all broken and shit. But he tells Murphy about the beheading as a result of the fourth law of magic, mind control being used. Like Dan said, it changes doesn't just change the victim, but changes the caster.
Yep.
And tells her that the potential on this is that it's worse than a loop guru. So it puts this perspective in her, because she wants to go and arrest somebody for this.
What cancel?
Yeah. And it's like,
come on,
you
Murph.
can't do that.
What are you doing, Murph? This is why Lara's better. Lara's more realistic, so Lara would never make a stupid mistake like that. So.
Well, this is where I sort of I felt like I was getting a little bit annoyed. This was the annoying part, was just like Murphy like talking about arresting people and this, that, and the other. It's like, Murphy, you're being like, come on now, like you know the realm you're in now. Like if a body drops, it's like, come on, Murphy, like come on.
Don't go back to book 2, Murphy.
Like can we pump the brakes here a little bit? You've been
which she does, but which she does. So like I guess he's just showing.
I mean, it's just to show her
something deep to her character.
Yeah,
and it's coming out again, and it's.
Yeah,
we
of
should
course.
review that.
It's one of those. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't think it doesn't match with the character. It's just one of those.
Yeah,
You're sitting there
yeah.
going, "Can you please? Can we not? Can we move on?" Like I know it's your city, and if somebody killed somebody, you're gonna do it. But listen to Harry for please listen to Harry and just leave it and let him take care of business. So, which thankfully the conversation doesn't last too long. It sort of ends there, sort of like he's like, "Yeah, I
Well,
get
Harry
it," but
he
yeah.
presents the Merlin's case in this case. It's like Harry is arguing the Merlin's points to Murphy, which is funny because he hates it when the Merlin does it to him, and he fights back at him.
Is it Salvis? Salvis or Shadowhard? Please tell me. Benalo 13 for $5. Love you guys. Been sick lately. Gonna listen as I fall asleep. Great series. Keep it going. Thanks, buddy. As
Yeah,
It's a great
always
series.
for being
One
here.
of the best.
Appreciate
One
it.
of the
Yeah.
best.
Feel better, brother.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know how that feels. Hopefully you feel better
Yeah.
soon, man. So thank you for being here in the support, dude.
So,
yeah. So go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So, he also lets her know about the black magic situation that he's got to look into. And then Thomas is there being weird, but he packs up and he's out. Or no, he
Yes.
packed up in the last book, but he's just always on the go. And then Harry calls Fix to talk to the She on McCoy's behalf, but he can't do it over the phone.
All right,
But the phone call.
Sorry, your guy.
Oh, yeah.
With the at symbols. You and Salvis have such close avatars. I couldn't tell. So Shadowheart, got it. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
Yep. But the phone call goes in such a weird way that Harry's like, okay, I can't trust Fix totally anymore. I've got to be worried about him.
Yep.
So he makes other phone calls.
Is this where, like, when he's talking to Fix? Sorry, I'm just eating some tacos.
No, you're good, man. Of course, yeah.
Is this where, like, when Fix answers the phone and he's like, it's a completely different person? He's like, all of a sudden he's like, buff.
Well, he's also in bed with a woman, and you could tell. He's like, wow,
Chad
Fix is. Yeah, Chad Fix, exactly. Yeah, he's like, oh, Fix is growing up. All right.
Yeah. And it is interesting that Harry, like, the conversation, he's like, as he hangs up the phone, he's like, I don't think I can really rely on Fix anymore. I don't really know. He's a fairy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Which is also a bit of foreshadowing for later books too. So
true. This one even. Yeah.
So he makes some other phone calls that settle nothing. So then he goes down to Bob. This is where we get introduced to this big old table that is an exact model of Chicago, known as Little Chicago. That'll basically allow him to use magic to locate anything around the city. But it's very dangerous because it has to be the model itself has to be extremely exact in order for the magic to work. Otherwise, it could be very, very deadly dangerous because he's poured a lot of magic into the table.
Yep.
And this is where we have that discussion. Rashid is basically, his message is operating on the edge of a paradox because he's sending it from the future, or maybe sending it from the future, but he can't be direct about the message of it. Otherwise, it runs a huge risk. Cats and dogs living together. It's mass hysteria type of thing from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It's Back to the Future situation. Be careful, Biff might never exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then Harry begins to get ready.
And it's so good. How
good
is guys? How cool is the table, right?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Little Chicago.
Awesome.
Yeah. Fucking sweet.
What a cracking device to just to throw randomly in a book 8. All of a sudden, I've got the coolest idea ever.
Yeah, it's just
like build a mini city and turn it into like a magic thing that you can like.
Yeah, he's contracting out figures to be made so it's accurate. Yeah, no, it's fucking pretty badass. Yeah.
And that's kind of one of the great devices. Like, we have these little breaks in time between books, and Butcher does a really good job of just everything that he can do. He fills it in, but he doesn't get into the details of it. He doesn't have to explain the details of it, in painstaking, 300-page chapters like some other guy we know to fill out a huge tome.
Shadowhorn,
you know,
just because you're going to bed, and sorry to interrupt. The short answer is yes.
well, that happens later in the book.
It
yes.
happens way later. We discover that somebody has fixed his table, and Harry is not real happy about it. Well, he is because he's alive, but he's not happy because somebody has been in his basement that is basically impenetrable to fix his little Chicago that nobody should know about to save his life, because if he didn't, it would have exploded and killed him. So
Wonder who that could have been.
yeah, exactly. So yeah. So
Well,
yes,
Harry's already cooked.
yeah, somebody yes. So somebody yes, it was it Evil Harry, or was it just Lashio? I don't remember.
Those two got something going on, mate.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I
Right.
shouldn't say Evil Harry. But
Maybe
you know
that's
what
when
I
it
mean.
happened.
Yeah.
Maybe this is when it happened, guys.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So someone fixed the table. Yes, it was fixed. But yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry. So go ahead. But yes. So
so
time
he-
in between books passes, and Butcher does a great job of filling that time with stuff that you discover has been done.
Yeah, and he does the great job of keeping it as a magical element and doesn't turn it into a science.
Yeah.
He allows the wonder to remain, and I
Yeah.
really like that.
Yeah, I do too. This
So
is the
he
side
gets
missions,
all.
yeah.
Yeah, so he goes, takes a bath, gets his mind centered. He begins this ritual of preparing to use Little Chicago, which Bob is like, "Hey, are you sure you want to do it?"
Yep.
And Harry's
Sure.
like, "Hey, I've got to find the black magic." So he goes out. There's like 4 hours of preparation, and then the phone rings, and he's all fucking pissed.
Yeah,
and
he's
"What?"
deep in meditation. He's like, okay, here we
Bang,
go.
bang.
And the phone rings. He's like, oh my God.
Yep.
I just wasted
Yeah.
fucking all that time.
Right. And it's Black Kane's baby.
Yeah. Miss
Molly.
Molly Carpenter, yeah.
Yep.
Which is interesting because later he ends up being like, well, maybe this phone call was a blessing in disguise because I wasn't really. I don't know that I was really locked in. I don't know if I was really locked in to be doing this. So maybe the phone call actually saved my life. If I wasn't locked in enough to unplug my phone, I probably wasn't locked in enough to get this shit done. So maybe this was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, except he would have been fine. He would have been fine anyway if he used it because someone would have not allowed him to.
Yeah, somebody. I wonder who.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So it's Molly, and she needs to be bailed out. She doesn't want to call mom and dad because there's been just a lot of trouble at home. So she doesn't want to involve them.
Basically.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not ringing mom. I'm not ringing dad.
Yeah, but to the max, I mean, what she's dropped out of school. She's dropped out of school. She's moved out.
And Harry doesn't know any of this stuff.
No,
right?
he knows jack shit.
He's just Molly's calling him to bail him.
He's like, "Oh, it's Molly. I know Molly. Why are you in jail? Like, this is Molly. Like, yeah." So he hadn't seen Molly in a long time. So,
yeah, right. Last time he saw her was in a treehouse.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Basically, which he noticed some changes then too. So,
true.
So he gets out of the cab. He notices that he's being followed. And then he sees Molly, who's not actually in jail. And so he's suspicious there. Mouse growls at her, but he's kind of frustrated with her because she lied because it's my friend Nelson, who's really boyfriend Nelson.
First manipulation,
boyfriend Nelson.
And so, but what had happened was Nelson had been arrested because he had been in the bathroom when someone came in and another person was beaten badly. But it couldn't have been Nelson because the door had only opened once and it makes a very distinct noise. So Nelson said there was nobody else except this man that got beaten. And so that's why he got tagged for it.
Didn't Molly
So-
tell him how to bang Susan in the treehouse?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She told her. Yeah, she did.
Oh, that's right. Oh, jeez.
That young minx, Molly Carpenter.
I
Harry was
know.
like, "You are too young to be thinking about words like that. Go away."
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
So
message for all of us.
yes, right.
Well,
So he
Lara is
bails
the best.
out. Yeah. So he bails out Nelson, and Nelson's all concerned because he's got to go pick up this director, who's by the
An
name of
asshole.
Derby Crane. Yeah,
Fucking
completely.
director asshole. Yeah.
Just another one. It's one of those Hollywood wankers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes and drops him off, and then he tells Molly that he's taking her home to see the parents, and she's like, no. And he says, too bad, you lied to me to get me here, and suck it up. So they get to the carpenters.
Doesn't he say to her, "If you want my help, this is what it looks like"?
Yes, he spells it out. He spells it out before they even go in and bail them out. He says, "This is this. If you want me to help, this is how you're getting it. You have no say. This is how it's going. If I say we're doing this, this is how. That's the only way I'm doing this shit." She agrees. She bails out Nelson. Nelson goes about his business, and he says, "All right, we're going to your house." And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "I told you this shit. I've assessed the situation. You're going home. Let's go."
That's
right? No bullshit, right? And it sort of sets the tone. It sets the tone between their relationship for the rest of the book, I think.
Yeah,
it does.
Harry doesn't bear his bullshit with her. He's very upfront with her.
He says,
he says, "I'm not your dad."
Exactly. He says straight up, "I am not your father. I am an asshole. I am a hard ass fucking. I am a hard ass motherfucking killer.
Yep.
You don't know who you're fucking in the car with. We're going to your fucking house."
Yeah, and he actually does that, doesn't he? He's like, "Do you think for one moment that I couldn't take you there
Yes.
if I wanted
to? Do you think for one moment I could not force you to go?"
Yeah. So sit down and put your belt on.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it was those exact words. Is do not think I could just force you.
Yeah.
Think about it for 2 seconds. We're going. Get the fuck to sit in that chair. Yeah.
Yep. So at the Carpenters, all the kids are happy to see Molly because Harry finds out they haven't seen her in a long time. And Daniel is wondering where she's been. And then Michael comes into the scene. Yeah. Michael comes in. He smiles at her, hugs her.
And then realizes she's got all kinds of shit on her face.
Yep. Piercings, tattoos, and hair color. He's
doesn't he use like he uses his like number one bad curse here too, like blood of God or something like what's he
I don't remember what it is, but it's like
something like that.
Great merciful Christ or something like that. Right. I don't remember what it is, but it's like something like that. It's like Molly, what have you done?
Yes. Yeah. So she's in there. Harry notices that Michael doesn't seem to have noticed Lashiel's presence because he was concerned that Michael might pull out a sword and cut Harry down, which is weird because Harry telling Molly she's got to face up with Michael in Charity. At the same time, has reservations about facing it up with Michael.
Yeah.
But then Charity and Molly, they immediately start arguing, and Michael's had enough of it. He gives an ultimatum.
Michael's Chad status just goes right through the roof on that. He's just like, look, okay, look, I am a very lighthearted man. I can put up with a lot of bullshit. Can you two cut this shit out? I gotta go kill some demons. By the time I get back, I'd like some peace in my fucking house. Can you two get this shit settled? Bye. It's like fucking Chad.
Except Steve, he does it even better. He does it even better. He just closes the door. He's about to storm out. And everyone just stops and looks at him.
Yep.
He's like, ladies,
Sort this motherfucking shit out.
please refrain.
Right.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's great. Yeah, it's so
Oh,
good.
It's classic, Michael. It's so
It's
much
perfect, Michael.
so
He's
awesome.
Perfect. It's perfect.
He's only in the book
Yeah.
for 5 minutes. He's still the best character in it.
Yeah, he's so good. Yeah, it's just it sums him up perfectly, right? It's just like he's sitting there just listening to them to argue, and then he's just like, "All right, I'm about to have to go kill demons and shit. I'm tired of dealing with this shit. Can you two just at least fucking like pretend, talk and pretend to be okay? I love some peace and quiet when I'm home."
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he asks Harry, and then doesn't Harry walk him out, and he asks Harry to like,
Yep.
help,
Yep.
which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
providential
Well,
in and of itself.
And so like he gives Harry a bit of a lowdown that
Yeah.
Molly had been arrested for possession, even though it wasn't her weed. She was still arrested for it, and Charity came down hard on her. And so then, Molly left, drops out of school. And so he asks Harry to talk with Molly to keep an eye out for the family while he's gone. And then at that point, then, Michael leaves to go where he needs to go. And Harry takes Molly back to the convention. SplatterCon! ! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
Exclamation point. Well done, Nate. Nate gets 3 gold stars. Well done. Steve, you failed.
Yeah, what can I do? I'm trying to fix something for Dovey. Dovey seems to be shadow banned. He can't comment for some reason, so I'm trying to fix it.
Oh, really?
I don't know. He's a member of the channel. I think he's a mod too, so I don't know why it would do that. It's very weird.
He's a mod.
Give me
He's the alpha Chad
he's
of
the
your
best
membership.
Yeah, I know. So it's like I'm gonna see if I can get this fixed real quick. Sorry, continue. Go.
Okay. Yep, we will. All right. So, they get to the con, and Rollins is there, but he's guarding the bathroom scene, not letting anybody in. He tells Harry he doesn't believe Nelson did it, but he's not sure that he wasn't at least in on it.
Was Rawlins there, Nate? And like, as in, like, and he knows that nothing could have got past him. Is that now or is that later? No, that's later.
That's later.
Yeah.
That's later. This is him just securing the crime scene.
And he gets posted here because of this, doesn't he? Like, to watch the place, basically.
Yeah. So Harry wants him to let him in. Rollins won't let him do it, but he does say, "Well, you can look at the scene." So he props open the door. Harry looks in, notices that there's plenty of blood in there, but the way that it's done, he says this wasn't a physical blood. This is blood that's been done with will. And so then he uses his sight to look at the scene, and he sees that there was this very deliberate, gleeful assault on the man that was done.
Yeah.
And then he sees this form that was impressed by the victim's fear and how black magic was used on the scene. So he sensed then at that point that there was all of a sudden now there's more magic being done somewhere else. And then the lights go out and screams happen. Chaos begins to ensue. And so Harry and Rollins now are making their way towards where this magic is being used, and the air real thickens up, so it makes movement difficult.
And Rollins is like he's fully on board. He's on board with Harry. Like, we get this sense like straight away that Rollins is like, I actually think this dude's legit. There's no sort of like, there's no questioning of like whether I need to be leading the charge here, or like he's listening to Dresden. I think he asked him at once, like how bad is this, or on a freaky scale, like, how bad is it? And Harry's like, that's as bad as it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So the gloom that's going on here, it's described as it's this like preventative force that's kind of trying to keep them from going forward. But Harry and Rollins kind of cut through it, and then they get to this conference room where it almost congeals. And so then all of a sudden, they in this room, they see that there's this classic horror movie that's being projected on the screen. About 20 people were still in there, and there's this man with a sickle that was not on the screen. It's actually now out in the audience. And so Rollins sees this, pulls out his gun, and starts unloading it on this creature, and has no impact on it. And so he swings the sickle at Rollins, and Rollins blocks it, I think, with his flashlight, if I'm remembering this right. So he does it, yeah. And then he defends himself decently well with it, but is basically at a disadvantageous position. So as it goes to swing again and kill Rollins, then Harry comes in and does a Fazare and pushes it away. And then Harry notices somebody sprint out, doesn't catch who it is, but then they start assessing everybody there, because it was a strong enough spell that it actually caused the sickle man to go away. And so there's someone there with a broken collarbone. There was another one that was panicked, and then there was another catatonic individual. So it's kind of a mess, and there are a couple, some dead folks, and Rollins is kind of awestruck and horrified by what he's just witnessed. He's dumbfounded by it all.
Yeah, he's just like, so he's already seen some shit before. Like in SI, he knows that there's stuff out there, but like this is a direct confrontation with the underground.
Hey, Dobie,
he can't do anything about it.
I tried something. I don't know if you got my message. Try again on your normal count. Hopefully, I tried to put you into different categories, so hopefully that fixes it. I don't know. That's weird. You should have all kinds of access. You not only got membership, you are a mod too. So that's weird.
The mod.
Yeah. So I put you into another category too, so maybe that'll help. But yeah, I don't know. Very weird. Very weird.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So as so the whole scene's being kind of assessed, and Molly comes in after two have been rushed to the hospital. One of them was Rosie, who's a friend of hers who is also pregnant. And then Sergeant Green then shows up. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, well, when did she tell him that she's pregnant? I think she tells him in the hospital, right?
Well, she tells him then when she comes in. Yeah. He tells her that who it is that was taken out, and she's like, "Oh, that was Molly. She's pregnant." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, she's being taken to the hospital." And so I think she ends up taking off to go to the hospital at that point. This is when we meet Sergeant Green. So then he takes Harry's statement 7 different times or whatever. And he's very curious as to why Harry was there, especially since Harry had bailed out Nelson and then was also now not aware of where Nelson was. So again, he takes his statement again until Murphy shows up, and then her and Green verbally spar.
It worked. All right.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry,
good.
Dobie's. Yeah, I don't know what that is, man, but yeah. What's up, Dobie? Very weird. I had to put him in a special approved commenters category all by himself.
Weird.
Like I don't understand why, but he's there. So there you go.
Got his own category. Bonus.
Yeah, he's in his own. He's a league of his own. The field
it's
of
the Dovey
dreams, baby.
category.
The Dovey
Roll the dice.
category, exactly.
Roll the dice in there as much as he wants.
Right. You can say absolutely anything, Dovey.
Anything at all approves.
Hey.
Blank
Actually,
slate.
good. It's like the approved users category. This user can say whatever the fuck he pleases. It's like, oh shit, okay.
Go for it.
So, so Green leaves. Then he fills Murphy in on everything. The movie earlier that Pels, who was the old man that was beaten in the
How's the
bathroom.
old man that got beat up? Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Like,
movie was a movie with hammer hands.
Mhm.
And then this one was the Reaper.
Yeah.
And so the problem is that, you know, Harry's understanding now these are actual things coming off the screen, and tomorrow's the big day of the con where they're doing a lot more show times with these movies. So there could be some real shit going down. So,
And he
so they
works out
leave and
he
hit.
thinks
Yeah.
he works out what he thinks they are at this point too. He's like, okay, so
Yeah,
he
he's
thinks that
pretty sure they're
phobophages.
phobophages. Yeah.
And his reasoning is because they're attracted to fear. And he doesn't
Phobophages. What's that?
phobophages. It's kind of like
Yeah.
homophobe, but back to front. So I don't know. He kind of figures out that because he thinks that there's fear involved. We know that there's fear involved because he can taste it in the air, sort of thing. And these phobophages are attracted to fear, or by fear, but he doesn't really know why they're targeting this particular con. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he hasn't.
Right.
So it's sort of like he's got an idea of what he thinks it is, but he hasn't really worked out a motivation or anything yet.
Yeah. Yeah. The motivation's the big hang up for him at this point,
Yeah.
because that'll lead him to who it is.
Yeah.
So they're on their way, I think, back to Harry's place, if I'm not mistaken. And Murphy recognizes that Harry's watching for a tail. And this is where Harry's, she's asking if he is all right. And he's like, I'm still being affected by last Halloween and killing those two people in cold blood. And she tells him, hey, listen, you need to talk to somebody. And ultimately what she does with him is she gives him the exact same comforting words that his dad did in the dream in the last book, which was, I thought, a real cool kind of thing.
I didn't even notice that.
Wait, so say it again? I'm sorry. I was dealing with Easton. What happened?
Yeah, so she comforts Harry in light of his troubles trying to deal with killing Corpse Taker and Gravane. She comforts him using the same exact words that his dad used in the dreams in the last book.
Oh, cool! I didn't pick that up.
I didn't either. I didn't pick that up.
Subtleties.
Yeah,
as Shatterhorn said, layers on top of layers. Yep.
This is another reason why she's the bestest.
That's not. If she had told him, if she had told him to just sack up, it's fine.
Because
that's what Lara would have done. Then
she's stealing fucking Papa Dresden's material. That's why she's better. I don't know. You got to do better than that. Papa
that's why he can call her daddy. So
she straight rejects Harry in this book, though. She's like,
yes, like,
Harry, if you want to just screw, let's go. And Harry's like,
I shouldn't say that.
Fuck.
Actually,
that's basically what she says.
Nah, it's not what she says.
Yes, it is. She's like, if you want something light where we can just fuck on and off, then we're good. That's exactly what she said.
She was not even opening that door.
She was that's exactly what she's saying. She's like,
that's
what you want her to say.
You want you're not boyfriend. You want a girlfriend. I can't deal with a boyfriend right now.
Not just that. She's saying he can't. She knows that he can't. That's the point.
Yeah.
She's doing him a massive favor. It's a great conversation, actually.
It is.
Like,
It
you
is.
don't really
It
know
is.
what you want, and this is how I'm going to demonstrate it for you. By asking these questions that if you
True.
can answer them honestly, because I think you're an honest person, so I think that you will. She couldn't have handled it any better if she bloody tried. So again, Butchart knows his shit, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he thinks
Um,
about it too, so he has to. He actually gives it. Its
That's what I mean. She
proper
forces
thought.
him to think. She forces him to think
Yep.
about it. So
And
it's
then
like,
he answers
actually,
honestly.
I couldn't.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
becomes self-evident.
yeah.
Sorry, jumping ahead. Go
Um,
ahead. My bad.
Oh no,
Yeah,
you,
fire
no,
ahead,
you,
Isabel.
well, no, it
Yeah,
actually, this is what that discussion
Oh,
begins
is that where we're at? Yeah.
actually at this
Yeah.
point. So it's not, she resolves it in a later chapter, but this is kind of where they start approaching. This is their first real discussion of, hey, have you ever
Have you ever
thought
thought
about
about
me?
As
in-
all awkward elevator conversations start.
Yeah.
Hey, did
Yep.
you ever think about maybe screwing and being in a relationship, Harry?
Well, I think
would
what
you-
she
We're
would
done
just
you
in
like
the
to hit that-
elevator, Karen. Jesus Christ!
all you need to do is hit that stop button right over there.
Yeah, we can take care of this right now. Let's go.
Cover the camera.
Other Harry,
just
take over.
hex the camera. Hex the camera. You know.
Other Harry, take over right now. Let's go. Come on.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Um,
funny because it's in an elevator. There's no escape, and they're just sort of like, okay, well, we're doing this right now. It's like, okay,
Yep.
look it. Might as well.
Yeah,
No one
so-
can run, right?
So Harry grabs
Getting
a
the
shower.
tip in. You've been
and-
watching some weird. I don't know about that. You know,
I don't know which scene that is.
Peyton's been doing some
Some
cow
peace talks.
milking. I think
cow milking.
Peyton's been into
Oh,
the
boy.
dairy farm. I think.
Oh
I don't
boy,
know. Sorry,
oh
go ahead.
boy.
Sorry,
It's a future.
sorry.
That's a future live reading stream that we've got going to go.
Not
going
yet.
on in
I
the
need
future.
lots more money for that shit.
So Harry has to get all cleaned up. So he's in the shower, and Last Shield starts talking with him while he's in the shower, which is pretty convenient.
Amazing.
Um,
It's fantastic. It's great.
Which is a very cool scene because after
It is.
cool because he is fucking freezing.
Yeah.
And
And she-
Lashio has made she's sitting there, she's sitting there massaging him. It's like the hot water is like, oh, this is fucking great. And he gets out and he's like, he's just fucking, his lips are blue, and he's like, I
Instant
can't
hot
get
shower.
warm. He's like, are you okay? He's like, long shower. It's okay. And it's just like, holy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. Yeah. It was great.
yeah. So, but it kind of clues him
When I
in.
get
that, you know, this-
$200, Black Cane, that's what it is. All right. That's I even lowered it.
Morning glory milk.
It was 500. I
Never.
200 I need money if I'm doing that. I'm not even lying. Sorry. Go
That
ahead.
is never happening.
you are not
Money
beyond
or
a very
guaranteed
expensive
amount
bribe.
of views. That's one or the other. I need 1,000 subs or a fucking $200. One or the other.
Pass the hat. That's right.
Oh, that's shit.
Nah. Yeah. Actually, I watched this. I watched that the
Yeah.
Promised Land thing on YouTube, which is like a satirical
pretty funny.
take on.
I'll be
it's like a
honest.
satirical take on the Exodus, and it's hilarious.
I have been enjoying I watched the John Candy documentary. That was really good. I just watched the Eddie Murphy documentary. That was really good. Being Eddie on Netflix. I thought that was really good. And then like Paramount Plus, I don't know about other people, but I have been enjoying Tulsa King, Mayor of Kingstown, and Landman. Those three right there, I think. They all have new seasons coming out, right? Well, Tulsa King just finished season 3. Landman and Mayor of Kingstown, which is Jeremy Renner's show, are both currently in their 4th and 2nd, respectively. You know, they're okay. I think they're enjoyable. I couldn't get in. I tried to watch Welcome to Derry. I couldn't get into it for whatever reason. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why.
I will say
Slow Horses is on Apple TV.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess
House of David is the best thing I've watched seen on
It's
TV for a little while.
somebody said Pluribus or something on Apple TV. It's like
Pluribus.
whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I I don't know. Apparently season 3 of Wheel of Time is good if you listen to Rosamund Pike. Because season 1 was shit, but according to
Right.
Rosamund Pike, they've really hit their footing, and season 1 and 2 are really shit. So season 3 is good. Apparently.
Surprisingly good is the movie Playdate on Amazon.
Yes.
with-
Oh, that was fun. Yes. Playdate was fun. Yes. that was-
Unhinged shit. It's
Look, I'll tell you what.
it
Al,
was
what's his
entertaining.
name? Alan.
Richardson, I think.
Richardson.
Like.
Re-
So, have you guys seen? Oh God, The Wedding Ringer.
The Wedding Ringer.
Yeah, it's
Ringer?
Kevin Hart.
Nope.
Oh God, it's one of my guilty pleasures.
My guilty pleasure is Josie and the Pussycats because that's the greatest
There
movie.
you go,
of all
baby.
time.
The Wedding. Here you go with Josh Gad and.
Oh, that's why I haven't seen it.
It's
No.
actually so Josh Gad, is Josh Gad. You got to take him with a, but it's Kevin. It's mostly Kevin Hart. Where'd it go? I had a better.
He's a funny bastard.
There you go.
Yeah.
Kaylee Coco is busy being a bitch, so her normal,
Business as
being-
usual.
But so he plays a guy. This is where I first saw him. He plays a out of work actor with a stutter. So he's really testing out he's a fake groomsman. Basically, the premise of it is Josh Gad is getting married to Kaylee Coco, and he has no best men. So he hires Kevin Hart to be his best man, and he hires 7 groomsmen to play the groomsmen, and Alan Richardson is one of them. And he's this he's not as buff as he is right now, but he's big, and he looks semi-normal, but he's an out-of-work actor with a stutter. So it's like he's like, it's pretty funny. Pretty. Sorry, but yeah,
I-
he's actually a pretty
it's
good.
still Josh
comedy
Gad.
actor. Yeah, that's true.
He is actually.
He's actually a very good comedy actor. It's funny. By the way, how many fucking Hunger Games fucking prequels do we need?
Zero.
Why do we need to know how Hamish's fucking Hunger Games went?
All I
I'm
heard
gonna
was
tell you
Hunger
what,
Games sequel and zero.
I'm gonna tell you what. I already know how this one's gonna end. Hamish is gonna win.
Hey, Mitch.
Hamish, whatever his fucking name is, he's gonna win. Can we move on? Like, why do we need his prequels? Like, we know he wins.
You already know
because
that he wins,
he's alive.
Steve. But you don't know how, Steve. You don't know how many black, gay, lesbian lovers helped him get there.
There are
All these
several.
really important.
There are several there, so you're right. It's got to be at least 3.
That's
And
what I mean.
is
We
he
don't
gonna
know
do
that.
the? Is he gonna do the thing too? Well, he's gonna have 4 fingers. It's gonna be like,
It depends on.
or is he gonna do a Nazi thing? Oh shit! I should be.
Oh.
All right, moving on. Yeah, so there you go. There's a few. I highly recommend season 3 of Wheel of Time, though. Like Rosamund
Oh,
Pike
yeah.
just steered us wrong.
You can't. You haven't lived until
Well,
you've lived
look,
through
Dovey, look,
the
I have it
greatness.
on good authority. Dovey loves Rosamund Pike so much. He was the only one that went to go see Now You See Me 3.
I heard he's got posters of her in his toilet.
He waited in line. I know he did. Look, you think I'm lying? I have a note here. Would you like Sorry, Dovey, I'm going to overshare here. Okay, we went to Field of Dreams together. Okay, I can overshare. Let's see where it is. Okay, so let's see here. Yes, I'm in the theater watching the new Now You See Me because I love Rosamund Pike so much. That's it. That's all he said. He did say something about pulling it out and whacking it in the back row, but I thought that was a little too intimate. I told him to cut it. He might poke his eye out. I told him to stop it. She's not that hot
watching
anymore.
Was
No,
watching the Pee Wee
what he
Herman
really did
documentary.
say is her stupid face and her ugly fucking face and her stupid voice are getting really dumb. That's what he said, and he's
And I'm
right.
about to set this theater on fire.
Sorry, we got way off track. I was going to show you guys a preview to. Hold on, let me. So this is going to be probably the next stream coming soon. Well, I want to
next
give you
stream
a
has to
preview.
Steve, the next stream has to be the next Dresden book, or we are not going to make January.
So in Rings of Power cancel the Wheel of Time. So I'm going to deep dive this shit video just because I can. Okay, because
Oh
Rings
my!
of Power is the devil. Okay, moving on.
It's
Apparently, we killed Dewey. Okay.
gird your loins, Steve. It's
With my
bad.
loins. Yeah. So I don't know if that or just watch Banshee. Banshee's you can never miss.
Banshee's amazing.
Hey, you
telling secrets,
overshared,
man.
all right?
He's
You
telling
overshared.
secrets.
You said you were looking to whack it to Rosamund Pike during 9 and her voice was throwing you off. Okay, that's what I read. So if I added some stuff in there, I'm sorry.
You added some mayo, Steve. That's what you did. A little bit of mayo.
I do have to say it was a waste of $5. Can I please, real quick though,
It's
and then
cheaper
we'll
than the
move on.
porn booth.
How much is she actually in the movie? Is it like less than 20 minutes? Please tell me it's less than 20 minutes, because then that just my hypothesis of her my hypothesis of her having trouble getting work is true. Is she actually in it less than 20 minutes? I still can't believe she forgot that IWAP publicly said the show can't be returned. She's a fucking. If I could get in a room with Amazon, I'd give 5 blowjobs and the show would still be on. I'm sure you would.
And I've saved lives.
I just want to know how long she was in it. I made up everything else. Okay, there you go, Toby. I just want to know. Okay, where were we at on Dresden?
Okay, so
The elevator discussion.
No. He figures out that this psychological attack was done on a spiritual level, so he grabs Bob and Mouse, and Murphy picks him up, and they go to the hospital.
Dude, by the way, I know I'm jumping the gun again. Mouse gets hit by a fucking car.
Yeah, we'll get there.
And just fucking walks it off. Sorry,
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, it does stop him. It does stop him a little bit, right?
Yeah.
For a second.
Okay, so we're getting there. We're not quite there. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So they find out one of the victims died. Rosie was doing all right, and the catatonic girl has shown no improvement. And Pell, the first victim, was still in the ICU. So they actually weren't on the way to the hospital, but this was the update that Murphy had given him. So back at the con, Murphy gets some joking from Rollins, and then they go. No, this is at the hospital. So then they go and speak to Rosie. And this is when
where they have
Harry
to,
lets
be careful because he doesn't want to blow up all the monitors and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's using his sight to try and see what type of psychic damage is done. Is that correct?
Correct. So they let basically Molly and ends up letting Rosie know that her boyfriend is now dead. But when Harry uses
this is where Harry notices the track marks and stuff as well. Like
yes,
like
mm-hmm.
she's the junkie at the end of the day.
Yeah, he thinks. Yeah, she says she's. Yeah, I think she gets him. She admits to using, but not. She said she's clean 2 weeks.
2
And
weeks.
both her and him and Murphy are both like,
right. Yeah,
that doesn't seem right.
How are you? It doesn't work like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. But he uses the sight on her, and he notices that she's got some burns at her temples.
Oh yeah, her wounds are like little biter mouths. Yeah, so like the description of the psychic damage stuff through his sight is pretty trippy.
It is pretty trippy.
I'm gonna check it out when I put it on stream in Dovey just to make fun of it. Like, yeah. So I'll let you know when I see it. Sorry. Go ahead.
So then they go to see the catatonic girl. Harry uses a sight on her and sees that this chick has been psychologically savaged.
Yes.
That she has this frozen terror on her face, and it angers him. So then he goes on to look at Pell,
It
and
angers him a
Pell
lot.
has
Yes.
Significantly.
yeah. So Pell was interesting because when he looks at Pell, he sees these phantom bruises that are in motion. But since Pell has faced all that he's faced in his life,
He's doing a little better.
Harry recognized that the psychological damage wasn't hurting Pell, and that's why he was savagely beaten physically.
Yeah.
Right.
Because Hammerhands wasn't getting his way.
Right. So Pell took the psychological damage, but way better than the others.
So
Which also, we're gonna get there again. But I also was Harry's description here is why I'm not sure if it's a mess up or Ramirez trying to cover when he says they're all gonna recover, because Harry did not give that impression.
No, not that girl's not going to recover.
Yeah,
but Ramirez is not talking about that either. He's talking about.
Yeah, he is. He was supposed to be.
He's talking about
just
Molly.
Nelson because he was looking at Molly's victims.
Yeah. So he's looking at Molly's victims, but this girl wasn't. This girl's copped that from the Reaper. She's copped that psychic attack from the Reaper or the Hammerhands or whatever.
Yeah,
Molly's so this was Fallout. So I guess they were sort of like side victims. They weren't targets of hers, but they got hit.
They got smashed. Yeah, they were collateral damage to her.
Collateral. There you go. That I couldn't find the word. Yeah. Collateral damage. There you go. Okay, got it.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So here, this is where Harry concludes it's a phobophage. He tells Murphy what he sees, but he understands that they can't cancel the con because that only increases the fear that the phages will feed on. So, that's that. They get back to Harry's place. Thomas is actually moving out, so I was incorrect. Thomas was acting weird because he was prepping to move out.
This is where he moves. Okay.
Yeah.
This is where he moves. Says he found a job.
Borrow the shotgun. Could I have a shotgun, Harry?
Yeah. And it's actually really cool how this goes down to like in Harry's head. Like he's found a job. Harry doesn't know what it is at this stage, but he knows that Thomas is like kind of chill, which means that he's feeding. But Harry and Thomas's relationship has clearly moved to a point in time where that's not an automatic. I'm gonna lock you in the basement and maybe kill you, Thomas.
I think it shows a level of trust and
it does, which is
trust and more understanding of who Thomas actually is as a person. So I think Harry knows deep down it's like, okay, he's feeding, but I know he wouldn't outrightly hurt somebody too much, so he may be nibbling a lot, right? I think that's sort of where he's got to. It's like he's feeding.
He's still concerned.
He's concerned, but he's like, I'm gonna give him some rope because I trust him.
Yeah, which is the last time that we saw Harry and Thomas have this particular conversation, even though they're not really having the conversation here. Like Harry was like ready to like throw down with him in the whatever back there at the Wraiths.
All the Star Wars Aliens reference make me wonder why there was no Freddy, Jason, Mike Myers appearances here. Just made up horror.
It would
IP issues. I have no idea.
Yeah, it would have just been probably too much as well, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, those is he said what Jawas says Jawas and a few other things that I don't think I'm gonna get.
But those are just references. Here they would be made characters. In the story.
I don't think you can do that, can you?
I don't. Not without permission and probably paying some money. Yeah. I think it's just easier to make a Reaper, make a Reaper guy and Scarecrow guy, right? I mean,
and a Chucky doll. Isn't there a Chucky doll?
Yeah, it's close to
Chucky or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
referencing
so
Star
Harry,
Wars,
Harry,
like having Vader come out of the screen and start lightsabering
Yeah.
people with another. Yeah,
yeah,
That'd be rad. That'd be so
that would have
good.
been so cool. Yeah,
badass.
that would have been so cool. Instead of the Reaper's Vader and he just slices somebody in half. It's like, what the fuck?
I'll
That
give
would
you
have
hammer
having like a
hands.
predator with a laser sword, you know. I mean, it's just so awesome.
Only if it's a girl predator.
we already got one of those. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Thank God the world is saved now too. By the way, we've got a girl predator.
Right,
Everything's
man.
okay, guys. Drink up.
Thank God for robotic vagina.
An alien one.
So they
too.
get to Mac's place, because he's got a meeting with Fix, and so the Fix shows up, and Harry notices that he's truly become the Summer Knight,
Yeah.
and then Lily comes in, the Summer Lady, and he basically, because of the lack of response from the she, he kind of has to, has to ask her unofficially what's up, and she's being a bit evasive. Harry rebuffs them on this and understands, though, that basically what's happened here is Titania has compulsed them to not help Harry. So there's this balance of power that we know exists in the she realm that is at play here. And it comes down to the fact, ultimately, that there's no acting Winter Knight. And
Right.
so that's why this imbalance exists.
Yeah, and Harry works out, as always, like between the lines. He's like, okay, so you can't tell me, you can't help me. You've been told not to help me, but you want to help me. That's why you came here.
Basically puzzling it out with silence. It's
really cool.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
He's smart. He's smart.
And
Save your
Fix
money, don't worry about
tells
it.
him,
Sorry, guys.
and Fix
Don't
tells him
save
that
your
he's
energy, mate.
disturbed by what's happening with Slate, and he's concerned that Mab has blown a gasket, and that's when
Yeah.
Maeve appears.
Yeah, and which is and Harry's like, fuck that guy, I don't care. And Fix is like,
Right.
nah, bro, you don't understand. you really don't understand.
Yeah, fuck that guy. He deserves it. It's just like,
Yeah.
no.
Actually,
maybe
And
not.
then we'll see that later.
Yeah.
So Maeve comes in and she basically immediately starts hitting on Harry, basically, wondering when his last time he was satisfied, and Harry just looks at her.
This should have tipped Harry off, I reckon. I feel like this should have tipped Harry off.
And Harry just like, so let me tell you what it was like when I killed Aurora. And so that causes Maeve to kind of flinch. And then she taunts Lily and Fix a bit because, this is how things go with the she. But Mab is the one who's not allowed the actions against the Red Court. And so she leaves, and Fix watches her leave and says she's lying. And Harry and Lily are like, she can't because she's she. Which is an interesting statement to make considering what we know in the future.
Yeah, it is interesting. It's interesting on both fronts. It's interesting that Fix makes it. And it's interesting, and it's interesting that it's also true.
Yeah, I mean the ramifications of this chapter are, it's not for another, I think, 5 books that we see.
Yeah, it's a long way down the track. Yeah, correct.
But it's freaking crazy.
And that they were cooking that shit up like back here too. Like you don't sort of think about that, but yeah.
Yep.
Maeve, the Winter Lady and the Summer Lady getting on the same page. Back here now, it seems insignificant, but it's totally not. It's really significant, and it shouldn't be happening. And it should have tipped Harry off. Yeah. Anyway.
It should have, because Fix kind of recognizes that this was way too easy to negotiate with Maeve to get this information.
Yes.
so Harry advises Lily to let Titania know, um, what's going on with Mab. Um, and so then they go back to SplatterCon! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
Exclamation point.
Yes. Um, so with all the
Like he did
news
before.
that's been
Imagine
going
if you put
on
four.
with it,
Imagine if you
yeah.
put four in. Imagine if you had to put 4 exclamation points in. It would have
Oh.
been.
Sorry.
Wait,
It would have been misspelled.
Yeah, true.
What happened? Oh,
3 is the perfect number. 2's not enough. 4's too many.
Yep.
is this the book Fitz pulls the shotgun? No, that's not this
No.
book. Yeah,
No.
as Fadian says, Winter Night. I think probably.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well,
I had to step out for a second. Where are we at?
Yeah. We're back at SplatterCon! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
Okay.
yep.
Beautiful.
And the fact that that's the exact
So-
right amount of exclamation points.
True.
Yes. Yep. So with all the news about all the attacks going on, the attendance now has doubled at the con.
Yeah, we gotta love
And-
it. Classic.
And yeah, and because of this, Green has called in the feds to assist with everything. And one of those feds is Murphy's ex/brother-in-law, Ick, as the book says.
Rick the Ick.
Yeah, Rick the Ick. Yes, and so Harry.
And this is after we didn't. Was it the last book where he's with the family dinner, and Rick's banging his Murphy's sister now?
No, that was two books. That was
2 books back. Yeah, righto. So there's
Yeah,
been a
blood
bit of time
rights.
for that to bit of time for that to marinate.
yeah. Either way, still Ick.
Rick
It doesn't
the
matter how
Ick.
much time passes.
Rick
You
the
know,
Dick.
you just kind of wonder if Rick looks at his sister and says, "Murphy was better."
Well,
Who knows?
So Harry's plan here. He's going to set up these kind of focal points to tempt the killer. He's going to set up these wards that's going to allow him to track the phages as they come in. And then this is where we get introduced to Darby Crane, who comes out of a news conference, and Harry does some trickery with the elevator and cell phones to basically force a conversation between Crane and Murphy,
Mm-hmm.
sort of interrogation.
and he's straight onto Crane as well. Like Crane is not what he appears to be. First of all, and Harry
Correct.
knows this. And he's all over Crane, and Crane knows Harry straight up.
Yep.
So he's like, you can't act here in public, Dresden. Do you know what I mean? So like Crane's expecting like Harry Dresden, the reputation, whoever Harry Dresden is in his head, to take him to immediately take him. So yeah.
Yep.
Which we don't know Crane. Harry doesn't know Crane either.
Yeah.
Nope.
Exactly.
So it's a bit weird.
As far as we know, he's a director. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Murphy's wary of him. Harry's very wary of him. And then all of a sudden, Glau shows up, who is his froggy legal counsel. And then, then Crane looks at Murphy, says he, would like to discuss it over drinks with her. But before he can touch Murphy, Harry steps in the way because he gets the wrong sense of this, of his intent with that. So they have that little standoff that you were describing earlier. And Harry's like, no, Crane and Glau are definitely part of the magical community. We need to watch out for them.
Yep.
So bang.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So Harry has these little pieces of Play-Doh that he starts placing all over the place so that he can set up these this ward net basically around the
Yeah, it's an
con.
It's an alarm system, effectively, right? And it's kind of similar, I guess, to like what he did at Arturo's pawn shop.
Yeah.
Reset or whatever.
Yeah.
Similar idea, anyway. Yeah.
Similar.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see here. So he gets that all set up. And then the con director comes in and says, "Hey, have you seen Molly? The police have taken her. They're interrogating her." So Harry heads over to where they're interrogating her, finds this uh, 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 journalist who took over for Susan at the Arcane magazine, and says, "Here, stand by this door. I'll leave it propped open a little bit. Need you to come in at the appropriate time and start recording shit." And so she's like, "Okay." So he goes in, and there's this where he sees Green and Rick both interrogating Molly. And so Harry goes back and forth with these guys and saying, "Hey, listen, do you know you're interrogating a minor and none of this is admissible?" And they're just kind of like, "Fuck you, dude." And then Lydia comes in with her little recorder saying, "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
So Harry sets that up beautifully.
Pretty slick. Yep. That was pretty slick.
Yeah. And then gets Molly out of the room, has somebody call Charity to come and pick up Molly. And then he goes up to his hotel room with Murphy, and this is where she tells him this would be too complicated. So we can't be boyfriend girlfriend.
What she says to him is, what would you do? What, right? She's like, what could you do that? She says, have you thought about it? He says, have you thought about it? She's like, yes. Whatever. And like, yeah, she's like, could you do it? This is what I do with Kincaid. And he's like, oh, well, that's how it goes, right? Isn't it like,
yeah, something to that effect, yeah.
Just some fun.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah. She's like, oh, could you do that? And he's like, no, actually.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like right now, Harry's an all-in guy. He would be just full dedication to it, and she's not there.
Yep. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Neither is he, because he can't have an all full on. He can't have a full on relationship right now.
Yeah.
No, but he would. Between the two of them, though, he would be the one.
She knows that's how he rolls. He doesn't like half-ass relationships. Yeah,
that's her point. She's like,
exactly.
You can't do the fling. You want the full thing, but you're not in the spot and full thing, are you?
Yeah.
He's like, actually, no, I'm not.
Yeah, and you're not even capable of that right now, anyway. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's literally perfect. I wish every girl approached that situation like that.
Great.
Good luck. Yeah.
It's almost like a dude like
yeah, right. So they get up to the hotel room.
There's no three-way. First of all, there's no three-way involved to make everything complicated. It's just,
that's true.
Real.
Yeah.
we just sorted it out straight up front. Okay, cool. That's nice.
So they get up to the hotel room and he starts setting stuff up. Murphy goes to check on Pell's Theater, and Harry pulls Bob out, informs him that Bob informs Harry that this Play-Doh web isn't going to be very effective. And they have a discussion about so you have the situation where, have you considered that there's a summoner? And where is the summoner? Is the summoner here in the world, or is the summoner in Fae? Because without that knowledge of where this web has to lead him to, Harry needs to know that because how he's designed it is the web is going to react in a way with the appearances of the phages to basically take the fear and send it back on the summoner.
Yeah.
And which is fucking genius.
Well, it is. Do you know what's not genius? Is that like we're one book away from where the world almost ended because Harry didn't take good enough care of Bob, and Harry's just like walking around Chicago with Bob still.
Yeah. Very flippant with Bob. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Lock and key. Put it in
Hell,
the
he
safe.
almost
somewhere.
loses him again. Yeah. he
That's
almost
what I
loses him
mean.
Again. Yeah. You're right.
Yep. So they have that discussion. And then all of a sudden Molly knocks on the door of his hotel room. Very weird. And she says, I need to clean up again. What the fuck are you doing, Molly?
Mm-hmm.
But she needs to clean up before her mom shows up. So Harry says, yeah, just go and get yourself cleaned up. But he does give her some perspective on life being a fleeting thing. And then as she goes into the bathroom, Bob goes all pervy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Full Bob. Yeah.
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 And then
Bob,
Harry
romance level
gets in.
activated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big time.
And then Harry gets in a discussion with Lashiel, and she's like, Bob's right. And he's like, you're not helping. And then Harry finishes setting up the web.
Yeah.
And then Murphy comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, which
Um,
is pretty funny.
Yeah. So she comes back. She says Pell's theater was all locked up. So, and they don't think that makes any sense. So they discuss like that. There's some sort of rope-a-dope going on here with an unknown player. We don't know what's going on. So then she takes off, and then Charity shows up to get Molly, and she has Father Forthill with her. And then Molly walks out of the shower with just a towel wrapped around her, and Charity just punches Harry in the face.
Yep.
Yep.
As expected. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
fuck
how
Charity.
it looks is not good.
Fuck Charity. What an absolute load of gutting up. I am Team Charity's a dickhead here.
I don't disagree.
I am
with
Team
you,
Charity's
but
an absolute dipshit for this whole book, to be honest. Because Harry rang her. Harry brought her home from jail. Harry's done all of these things. He's done absolutely nothing. And I think Molly says this to her. Oh, actually, did she say that to her here? I think she says, Mum, what has Harry done to... Or is it later
I think it's later.
No, it's later.
Charity is sort of busy self-reflecting on. She's self-hating.
Yeah.
Only that's reflecting on Harry. So
yeah.
So
this is later when she's telling her mom that she knows she's got to go to the trial.
Yeah, that's
when
right.
that happens.
Yeah, that's when that is.
Yeah, what has Harry done but been upstanding person, saved my life several times, save you, what has Harry done
on the line?
Yeah,
he's now offering to die for me.
Yeah, what has Harry done for us to mistrust him at all, other than be a stand-up guy?
Yeah, it's. I'm glad she says it eventually.
Yeah.
She should have said it here, but
yeah,
because Harry doesn't think that. That's what annoys me a little bit about this is Harry's so down on himself. He's like, oh yeah, I deserve that a little bit. Do you know what I mean? He's like, oh yeah, fair enough. I understand how it could have looked. No, mate.
No, yeah, I am the one that called to have you come here. Why would I be making the moves on your daughter?
Why would exactly right?
When I called, the emergency call you got, that was because of me, Charity. Yeah. Can you get your daughter and get the fuck out of my way, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Chris, she walks out on purpose, not knowing that her mother's there.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, she, yeah, 100%.
I don't know, man.
This
Molly's
is
a bit feisty. She might have known Cherry
this.
down going, fuck
Yeah,
you.
well, either way, but this is proven
Well,
later when she does it again. If she does it a
Yeah.
second time, almost the exact same scenario.
Yeah.
yeah. If she knew her mom was there and she walks out in that towel, then Molly's a bitch.
Well, Molly's a bit of a bitch. Let's-
Yeah, but she wouldn't be a bitch knowing that her mom would react in a way that would hurt Harry.
No, I think she was just straight up trying to seduce Harry.
Yeah.
Just from the exact, since the exact same scenario plays out later in the book again,
Yeah.
almost word for word. Yeah.
Almost.
Minus the mom
Yes.
and the towel.
Yeah. And this time
Wow.
Harry's completely prepared for it. But yeah.
Yes, he is. So let's see here. So they leave. Harry finishes setting up the room. Bob informs him. Wait a minute. Nope. Here we go. So now, okay. So Harry's sitting in the circle now. They leave. He's operating. He's waiting for this summoner to, cast the spell. And he's there for a while and gets cramped up. And that's when Rollins shows up. They talk for a minute. He goes to take Mouse for a walk. And then he gets a phone call from Nelson, who needs help. He saw something. He's being followed. And Harry tells him to go to St. Mary's.
Mm-hmm.
And then as this ends, the web is triggered to 4 different spots, and Harry starts his spell. So he sends it out, and the spell is successful, except for there's a 5th trigger. And so then he has to now make his way through the dark and find that to take care of that particular phage.
The one that got through.
Yep. So when he gets there, that phage is mauling a girl. And so Harry taunts it, and then with his staff, he summons Hellfire and just starts beating the living shit out of it, making his way to it, and then slamming the staff through its skull.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it is an absolute masterclass of magical aggression. And then it devolves into ectoplasm real quick and disappears. But what we end up seeing is the phage had killed 3 people, including that girl. And Harry at one point had thought he had saved the girl. So he's kind of in disbelief over that. And then Rollins takes him out of the lobby. We find out Rick was hit.
Yep.
And all the emergency lights and alarms had been disabled. So Murphy, when she comes into the scene, she takes charge, and Green comes in. He tries to chide Rollins for disobeying him for not leaving when he was ordered to.
Right.
Harry basically causes confusion in the discussion, saying that's not what was said. And then so so they leave, and Rollins is kind of coming to terms with all that's going on. So he's while he's very aware that there's a magical component to the world, he's now being confronted with the very reality of it. And then so as that's happening, as they're walking out, there's a car that comes after Harry, misses Harry, slams into Mouse. So Mouse gets hit by this car, and then Harry gets drug into the car by Darby Crane after he hits him with a tire iron. So now you think Mouse is dead.
Well, yeah, the meaty thunk. He describes him hitting him with a meaty thunk.
Yep.
And you do think Mouse is dead. Harry thinks
you do, absolutely. 100% you think Mouse is gone. 100%. Harry does.
Yep.
Yeah, and he goes into like he just fully withdraws into himself. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
So Harry wakes up. He's got some thorn manacles on him, so he can't use his magic. Rollins
what
is
they're
there with
called?
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
thorn
called them
manacles.
thorn manacles. Yep.
They're called thorn. Oh, cool.
Yep.
Stupid pieces of shit.
And so Rollins is there with him. He's also handcuffed with his own handcuffs. And Crane comes into the room and just says, "Hey, I was going to kill you, but I can sell you on eBay for a lot more." So
Yeah,
you're
I love this. I
you're-
love this scene so much. It's so good.
yeah.
Well, it's funny. It happens to be in the full moon garage, so it's like, oh, I know where I'm at. I know a way out of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. It's so good though. Like it's so funny. Like because Harry's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Oh, whatever," sort of thing.
Yeah.
My death
Well,
curse is gonna
Harry
be-
threatens Glau with the death curse because he killed Mouse.
Yeah, and
Yeah, he's
Stop.
pissed. He is
and
pissed.
Crane is like, well, it turns out there's a lot of people who want a piece of you.
Yeah, right.
And Harry's like, oh shit, and then he's on the phone,
Right.
he's like making deals, and yeah, are you selling me on eBay? Yeah, well,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a great
and
scene.
Crane shoots Rollins to get Harry to behave.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he shoots Rollins in the foot, and then just basically says, "Listen, Rollins' life is in your hands. You need to shut the fuck up." And then Harry's like, "Well, who's in the lead?" And he says, "Ortega's widow. She really wants you."
yeah,
In the bidding, and he also tells him that he even the White Council, he contacted them to see what they wanted to bid, and the White Council said, "We don't deal with terrorists," so they're they're out.
not much help at all.
Nope, not at all. And so really, Harry doesn't have much of a choice but to speak with Lash, and
Yeah,
she's really his last option because he's got the thorn manacles, so he can't use his magic. And so she tells him, like, you need to reshape your hand and slip out of these handcuffs, just like what the yogis do in India.
yeah, and this is why, like, this situation is why, like, when we go all the way back to Death Masks, and when Harry chose not to just give the coin to Michael in his little handkerchief, it's just so stupid because at some point this was always going to happen. He's always going to be in a situation where it's like, oh, there's nothing else to do. I'm going to have to ask the question. I'm going to have to accept the power. I'm going to have to ask. I'm going to have to. And it's just it's so unbelievably stupid of him.
Well, and he knows this, but it's one of those things. He fights and loses several times in the series about doing the right thing and doing the thing to get more power.
Yep.
It's what makes
it super interesting. Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's one of the things that makes Harry an interesting character. Is the right thing would have been to, oh shit, I picked up this coin. Well, Michael's right there. Here, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Here's the coin. Can you do something with this? Instead,
and if he had it on that,
go ahead. Sorry.
And if he had it on that, then he would have been in this situation, and he would have been dead.
Right.
Yep.
So it's one of those. But so he has this constant fight for, well, should I do the right thing or pretend to do the right thing and gain 18 power levels? I might gain 18 power levels because it's going to help me help other people, even though I'm putting myself in great danger.
Yeah, and it forces you to continuously ask. Okay, it ups the stakes for what the greater good is all the time, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does the coin, and then later when he does a certain other thing, he jumps another, tenfold in power level.
I'd say more. Like
he does it to probably more, but to help people with no regard for himself.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
Even if he gave the coin to Michael, he would still have Lash and been able to summon the coin.
Not once it goes in that handkerchief.
I don't
They go
think
down.
so. I think that's why they house them.
Correct.
There's
That's
a
they-
certain element though that's imprinted on his hand though.
Because
So,
That's just
I
because he
don't
has
I don't
liver spots can't access his guy, so
Yeah, it's because once they hand it, if they choose to hand it over, it's gone.
yeah.
That's the
So
point.
like
That's
they're-
what.
yeah,
Yep.
it's one of those. Yeah. So I don't know exactly how it works spiritually, but like once the coin is removed them from their possession and in the hands of in the church or wherever,
willingly given up.
for some
Willingly
reason
given
it's a
up.
gate. Well, I mean, I don't know about willingly. Did the liver spots guy willingly give it, or was it taken from him? It was taken from him.
True.
So
Actually, it was taken. Yeah, no,
so
you're not
I
wrong.
think it has
Good
something to
point.
do with
Yeah.
it being in the hands of the church.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they do with them, but for whatever reason, if it's in the hands of the knights of the cross and in the church,
I got a pretty good idea what they do with them. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
power is negated. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
the church just gives it to somebody else
Just for
through
safekeeping.
through bad channels. Anyway,
Yeah.
um,
yeah, well,
So-
you understand what I'm saying, but yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
he ends up getting his hand out of one of the thorn manacles, and then gets to a tool belt or a toolbox to grab a hacksaw, and he ends up freeing himself, and then gets the saw to Rollins.
This is actually true too. So hold on. So So I wonder why it's true for him but not for the other guy. Because Michael does say this at the end of the book. He says even if he gave it up, it would still be the only way to get rid of it is for
Oh yeah,
Harry to swear off magic. Huh.
Is it because he is who he is?
Is
Maybe
it because he's a magician?
maybe-
Or
yeah,
maybe
maybe
because
it's
he's a
different.
wizard, it acts different with him?
That's the only
Yeah, 'cause-
conclusion you can draw from that. Yeah, that's the only conclusion you can draw from that. Yeah, it's a good point. Good point.
Well,
Who's that,
but
Chris?
liver spots was the coin was forcefully removed from him.
right. but is liver spots
Nicodemus threw him
magical?
away, not the coin. Like Nicodemus doesn't. I mean, Nicodemus is the strongest of them, but I don't think he
Yeah.
like controls the spirits, the denarians in the coins.
No, he does not.
So
Absolutely does
you
not.
would think that. So like, yeah, Nicodemus doesn't see liver spots as worthy anymore because he lost his coin. So
he's-
I don't know.
definitely-
I don't know. I would be
Well-
fine with just saying because Harry's a wizard and wizards are different,
I
then
think-
it's different. Like
I was
I'm
about to
okay
say,
with that.
does liver spots doesn't have magical ability, does he? He's just a
I don't
silver
think
coin,
so.
right?
No.
And he's granted super strength or whatever.
He's granted
through
all
the
kinds
coin.
of abilities because of the coin, and
He's not Starborn. Harry.
that too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with the Harry is special explanation in this one for me, anyways. So
Yeah. So he gets the saw over to Rollins. He starts throwing bottles at Crane, specifically at the lights, and basically the lights go out, and then Lashiel starts flinging out this silver light, and then Harry gets Rollins free. But they notice Glau is covering the door, so they can't get out there. So they've got to go to this door or this part of the wall that Wolves had tried to dig under from the outside. And so he tries to get Rollins through first, and then he gets out, and they're being chased by Glau or not by Glau, but by Crane. And then. But they end up getting caught by him, so they're now still SOL. But then that's when Thomas steps out into the light with a shotgun, which is he was the one who'd been tailing Harry all book.
Yep.
And he forces Crane to drop his gun.
And we find out.
Thomas is
They're
Superman.
cousins.
Well,
Yeah.
that too. Thomas is awesome, but yeah, this is it's a wraith. It's
Bloody Madrigal.
Cousin.
Bloody
magical wraith, and we learn
cousin
another thing.
Madrigal.
Well, we learn another aspect of the White Court, which is
Yeah.
you can choose which emotion to feed off of. I don't know
Well,
if we knew that or I just assumed it
didn't-
was passion.
We
But
didn't know that.
we learned
No, we
that
didn't.
magical feeds off fear, the way
Well, I
that
think-
Thomas feeds off lust.
I think that it's only those two though. I don't think it's every emotion. I think that it's like it's lust for the white coat, and this is like the dirty secret.
It would make sense. It would make sense as just the two because both can be very powerful emotions
and interlinked as well, right? Like so I think that's where it comes from.
Yeah, so I think
it-
I think the fear aspect is probably a warped. I would assume that the fear feeding is probably a warped version of. I mean, warped version of eating somebody alive through their passion. But you know what I mean. I feel like it's probably
It's related.
somebody discovered you could do this as well. It wasn't the
Yeah.
intent, but you can, right? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
like the dirty secret.
And it's, I mean, if you look at fear and lust, I mean, those are two things that if they're used as a feeding grounds for the White Court vampires, those two are very powerful enslavement
Let's see.
emotions.
Yeah, correct.
You know, probably the two most powerful.
So wait, no.
You know,
So hold on. So okay. So hold on. So no. So House Scavis feeds off despair. So it's what fear. So Malvora, which is
fear, I mean,
which is no. So despair, fear, and lust. So each house has a different. Now I don't know how exactly that works, but
you gotta
No,
step away
that's not
from it.
that's not right. Because this is something that's not right. Because this is something that Madrigal, like Thomas, is like disgusted with him that he's turned to this dark side sort of thing.
I'm just, it says that White. It's I don't know. We'll have to pay attention. Apparently, in White Knight, there's something about how a different house feeding off despair. So,
I don't think that House Malvora exclusively feeds off fear. I think because Thomas is so disgusted with him that he's gone down this path. I think it's a path that's available to the White Court, but it's like looked down upon. That's unless I might be reading it wrong, but that's what I always understood.
well, I mean, I'm on the Dresden Files fandom thing here. It says Malvora subsists on fear. The head lady Kasarina Malvora, blah blah blah. Most prefer very strong fear, such as that of being a potential deadly situation, but some, such as magical, satisfy themselves with smaller scares, like those created by horrors and slasher movies. So, like vampires of the houses, Malvora's weakness is the opposite emotion of what they feed on. Now, there's not much about the whole Scavis thing, so it says the vampires of House Scavis feed on despair, preferring to drive a victim into the depths of depression, and in many cases, driving them to suicide. They gun for already lonely people, like vampires of the other houses. Vampires of Scavis have a weakness the opposite. So yeah, so there's not really that much. It sounds like it's sort of mentioned, but not really like deep dive into that house of the Whites yet. So
Okay.
So I don't know. So we'll, I guess more to tell, but it sounds like Malvora does, according to that, anyways.
According to the wiki, that's all
according
that
to
they
the
feed
wiki,
on.
they feed on fear and fear alone. So, what's up, Ethan?
That's
I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't remember, but I was just referring to the
wiki's
wiki.
probably going to be right.
Yeah, I mean the fandom wikis are pretty accurate when
It's
it comes.
pretty
to
going to be. It's going to
I
be.
mean,
what the
there's
wiki
references
says.
everywhere on there, so it's
Yeah,
possible.
I just missed that. But yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't realize there was a third. I thought it was just fear and
I didn't
So
realize that that's exclusively what they fed on either. Like
I feel like I
didn't
that's
realize
I feel like I recognize that. But you know, you're right. Thomas is disgusted. He feels like it's dirty, but you know, I guess it is
Yeah.
what it is. I don't know.
Right.
So, yep. So okay. So
All
is
right.
this where they track down the scarecrow?
Well,
Or the scarecrow
so
tracks them down, I guess.
yeah, so he Madrigal threatens Thomas. Thomas shoots him in the feet, and then calls him out for working with Malvora. So he says basically, you can go ahead and tell my dad, but Dad's not going to care because you're working with this scumbag. And Madrigal then just mentions Justine, and Thomas shoots his knee out. And then Glau makes for the car, and then Mouse comes out of nowhere. So Mouse is still alive, and Mouse just mauls the living shit out of him.
And Harry's very happy about the fact that Mouse is alive.
Yes.
Yes. The fact that
Oh my
a
God.
van just fucking ran into Mouse and he's just like, I got a little limp here. I gotta work that shit out. It's like,
Yep.
At least he does.
well, and find it the best part is I forget exactly what point it's at, but Thomas is like, Harry, can we take a second to just
Talk about your
recognize
dog."
that maybe this isn't a fucking dog.
Yeah, right.
Maybe
Harry's
Mouse
like-
is not just a dog. Maybe Mouse. There's something more to Mouse, huh?
Harry's like, what? It's a good boy.
He's
He's
a
the
good boy.
bestest.
He's the best boy. Yeah. That was a good.
Yeah.
I love. Could we just maybe stop fucking around with calling him a dog?
Yeah. So, let's see here.
Touche, Josh.
So-
Touche. He said
So-
unless it's the Wheel of Time wiki that uses the show and Reddit as canon sources, which
Yeah, right.
wow.
It's just fucking amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Fuck
Nemo.
that show. Anyway,
Fuck.
so at this point, so Mouse gets to him, and then Harry and Madrigal give their oaths of peace, because Madrigal says that to basically get the truth out, Madrigal was not involved in the attacks,
Right.
but he was certainly meant to
advantage.
look like he was. Madrigal is the fall guy.
Right.
Yeah, he's the bitch.
Yeah. So, and then Glau all of a sudden screams. So he's not totally dead.
And his head comes flying over a car. Yeah.
Until now, he gets dragged out into the dark, and then his head, is
Like a
ripped off.
fucking grape.
And then a phage, the scarecrow phage, steps into view.
Which is the thumbnail. That was some good fan art
And-
I found too, by the way. Did you see
Yeah,
the
that
fan
was
art?
good.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah. And so the phage starts walking toward him, and Harry just starts going fire spelling on him, and the phage just
Yeah.
walks right through it like nothing's going on.
Yep.
And Harry's like, "Oh fuck!" And the phage picks him up and begins to rip him in half, before Thomas comes in with his sword and slices his arm off.
No. Thomas doesn't just come in and slice his arm off with the sword. Thomas leaps through the air like fucking Superman, like the Hulk,
Yeah.
actually. More like the Hulk. Vampire Hulk. Whee! With the cavalry sword.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right over the back.
Full on,
Whee!
full
Bang!
on.
And then takes his arm off as he comes
Yep.
down.
Well, yeah, Harry's thankful he's feeding off. We don't find out the job.
Oh,
Well,
that's awesome! Glau's head is on the
Yeah.
ground.
Oh yeah. This is a great piece of fan art. Yeah, I love it. It's really good. He's being a hairdresser, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you don't find that out.
You don't
until
find that
the
out till next
book.
book,
Don't
I
know
think,
that.
right? But he's a hairdresser, so he's just like, it's like he's the Zohan.
He's totally the Zohan.
Yes.
He's 100% the Zohan. It's exactly what he is. With
I
a cavalry
fucking-
sword
dude,
from the
I
1800s.
Dude, I fucking hope somewhere inside that is where Butcher got the idea to make Thomas a hairdresser. He watches Zohan and he's like, "Wait a second,
Wait a second.
Thomas could feed off being a hairdresser. He could just be touching their
That
hair,
would
and then
be
he could fuck them
awesome.
after. Hell yeah, there you go. Don't
He's
mess
right
with don't mess with Zohan.
It's right up Butcher. It sounds like it would be right up Butcher's alley, right?
I hope that's where he got it.
Yeah.
Probably not, but that'd be still funny.
I have to ask him when we get that interview.
That would be
Nate.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
When we get
well,
that interview.
if I can figure out how to get a hold of him or get through
that'd
the
be
contact
so,
points.
dude. Yeah, that'd be so cool. I
Yeah.
hope.
It-
I hope he gets a little guy an interview. We're fans. We will hurt you.
I gotta send some follow up emails and maybe figure out if I can find a direct way to contact him. So, but we'll get
He's
there.
doing
So
any signings or anything.
that would be awesome.
First Butcher, then Dinneman. No, sorry.
There we go.
Good night, kiddo.
More chance
so-
of Butcher than
let's see
Cinnamon, I
here.
think, mate.
I don't know. Dinneman just broke all kinds of records on Kickstarter on Backer Kit, so
Yeah,
He's
he's
That
more
was
chance.
fucking awesome.
he's big timing us now, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
But like, there's more chance of you getting an interview with Butcher than Dinnerman. Dinnerman had like the critical drinker on book 2.
No,
whatever.
Dinneman is about to hit another level of the stratosphere here. He just had not only was Sanderson pushing his Kickstarter
Yeah.
or his he had a Kickstarter and a backer kit going at the same time. Both made multiple $1 million.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And
fully
one
justified.
And he's got the show.
well, potentially the show is still in sort of limbo for what I know, but they'd be stupid not to do it at this point.
They would be so stupid not to make it. It would
They would
be
be
amazing.
and I still
made
think
for it. It's made for it.
Well, and hopefully Seth MacFarlane
So is this.
does like Family Guy. Seth MacFarlane, at least some of the, because that's Dungeon Crawler Carl, right? We don't need Orville. Seth MacFarlane.
Could
We
you
need-
could you imagine Princess Donut dressed up as one of the characters from the play Cats?
Oh God! Don't even say that.
Nice. Why would you? Why would you?
It's
do
one of
that?
Seth MacFarlane's girlfriends. Like, meow, I'm Princess
fuck off.
Donut. Yeah.
Oh, God.
God, don't even.
So anyway, let's get back to this
Yes,
book.
sorry.
Here.
Go ahead. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. So
Did
Thomas,
it come out before Zohan? Damn. Oh well. It'll be my
That's
head canon. Sorry, go ahead.
Maybe
Zohan was the
inspiration for
inspiration.
Zohan.
Yeah.
Maybe he saw the script for Zohan.
Yep.
Maybe he wrote Zohan. He's a ghostwriter. Okay, moving on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Great.
So Thomas cuts his arm off. Harry gets dropped to the ground. It's funny because the arm is still trying to choke him, basically.
Yeah.
But he gets freed from it. Harry and Mouse then basically battle this scarecrow, like one on each side, and just using feints and flanks before Thomas can then get into the van and come in. They grab Rollins, they get into the van, and they start hightailing it out there, and the scarecrow's keeping up. And so
Yeah, it's chasing the van.
yeah, and so Harry
Okay.
basically the only thing that Harry can do now is he can just he'll use his power that he's got from last shield, but kind of inverse it, and he sucks up all the heat in the area and turns all the moisture from left over from the heat into ice, and the scarecrow kind of slips, loses traction, and it allows them to make their escape. And then
Thaumaturgy,
at
or
this
whatever
point-
thaumaturgy he calls it.
What's that?
Which is interesting because this is the first time he does that, but
Yeah,
he
he calls
uses that
Yeah.
technique several times.
Yeah, he
That's a
calls it.
pretty damn good looking Molly Carpenter right there.
It's not right.
It's not quite
No.
right, but it's
No,
an AI. It's an AI rendition. The hair's sort of
No.
right, but she's not gothy enough. But they're
Too
getting
skinny.
there.
It's too skinny. The
Too
Yeah.
skinny? You think?
Yeah, too skinny. Yep. Calls it thaumaturgy, I think he calls it. And yeah, you're right.
Yes, I
He
believe
doesn't,
You're correct.
and he doesn't use it. He hardly uses it. He says he's real bad at it, but he pulls it off pretty well here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Well, he says he's
it
not
works.
good at it all the time, but he
Yeah, but
he
he
pulls it
seems to
off when
get
he
it
needs
done.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, that's too skinny for Molly, mate. She's got to be like.
I'm trying. There's a few. I think that's an AI somebody did.
That's definitely AI.
So it's at this point now, Harry then, or Thomas tells Harry last year he joined the Wild Hunt. And
Yeah.
so he's been feeding ever since.
I still want
This
that
kind
book.
of.
I still want that book. I want the book of like Thomas and the Wild Hunt.
Dude, Thomas in the Wild Hunt. Yes,
I want that
please.
book. I want that book so bad.
Dude, I love it. This interaction is great too because
Mm.
he's just like, he's like, because Harry's like, dude, you fucking survived. You defied the Wild Hunt and survived to Thomas. That's fucking amazing. And Thomas is like, no, Harry, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
fucking joined. And Harry's like, oh,
Yeah.
you joined the hunt, huh? Okay. Oh
You
shit.
join
Okay.
or die. You know,
Yeah.
that's your options.
He's like, I didn't want to die, so I joined the hunt, and it was fucking glorious.
Yep. Yeah. So then they figure out that the phage was sent for Glau and Crane. So it had to come in. It was sent to kill Glau first, and then was probably supposed to kill Madrigal.
So
but
I have,
they
I have a question here.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question here. How was it sent? The phages. So the phages are like
So I think
far.
this is so.
Phages are because of like what Molly's done that they're able to be used to.
So correct me if I'm wrong. We don't get a full-on explanation who was sending the stuff.
No, not really.
So
I don't think so.
yeah.
So isn't it? So it was my assumption that it was. Is it Maeve?
It's not Mab.
The
Yeah, I
winter
think it
lady.
has
The winter lady.
I think it has to be
It's not
Maeve. But you're
Mab.
not really. It has to be Maeve, but you can't think that. You can't really know that.
There's
until
no way to
4
piece
books
that
later.
together in this
Until
book,
4 books
Right.
later.
but I'm pretty sure it has to be Maeve.
Has to be Maeve.
With the
Yeah.
amount of power needed and her knowledge of what's going on.
Well, it's only
Yeah,
those
and
two
the-
that can command that. It's only those two that can command the fetches. I think. Like it's
Yeah.
only the Winter Queen and the Winter Lady that can.
Well, I
command
mean, it's one of those. If everybody is blaming Mab, we know it's not Mab. It's not the Lananchi, and it's definitely not old woman Winter. So who's that leave?
Yeah.
Yeah. Super
Right.
bitch.
Right.
I think that's what Harry calls her. Super bitch.
So it's got to be Maeve.
Yeah.
Harry has
Yeah,
the
but
best name for Maeve later on. I can't remember what it is, but when it pops up, I'm going to make a note of it.
Raging Thunder Cunt. No, that's not it.
That could be. If that gets a W. If it's
That
not
would be
Not
the other one. That would be
wrong.
Summer would be the Thunder Cunt. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're driving around. Basically, Harry's now following the phage trail to find out where the phages are going to attack on.
Right.
Because he thinks he's got the summoner down. Well, it's not really the summoner, as we've just discussed, but the trail leads them straight to the Carpenter house, and it clicks. All of a sudden, Harry's like, "Oh shit!"
Harry's
attached to
about to have
Molly.
Harry's about to have a
He
mental
doesn't-
fucking breakdown. Yeah.
He doesn't work it out straight away. He's just like,
Yeah.
he's in shock. He's like,
He's in
How
shock that it's well. At
how the
first, I'm
fuck are
pretty
they
sure
going here? Why are they
exactly.
going
Yeah,
here?
yeah. If it takes him a minute, at first he's like, "Why the fuck are they here? What the fuck
Yeah.
is happening?" And then he slowly puts it together. Yeah.
He slowly. puts
Yeah,
it
he's
together.
like, "Oh shit! It is attached to Molly." He's not quite got.
Well, I think
The
it's when he
Legos in
finds
place.
the oldest son in the treehouse, and he deduces, is it
Yeah.
Daniel? Daniel's like, I was trying to protect Molly, and they were
He's
going
had-
after Molly. Blah 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 blah. And he's like, oh shit, it's Molly.
Yeah.
And that's where he
Yeah.
puts it together.
Yep.
So yeah, Molly's in big time trouble.
Yeah. Yes.
She really is.
So.
She really is in big time trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Thomas stays outside. Harry goes inside. This is where Thomas pulls Daniel from the treehouse. And yeah, so
Yeah.
the discussion you guys just had. He says Molly's was taken by the Reaper and Hammerhands. Everybody else is up in the panic room. So Harry goes up. He notices that there's this angelic power that's protecting the panic room, which is why they couldn't get into there.
Yeah.
And so Harry forces him to bleed so that she can prove that it's Harry. And then
Charity forces him to bleed. Yeah, when he gets to the panic room, and he's like,
right,
"It's Harry," and she's like, "I don't. How do I know that bleed?" And again, Harry is like, "That's actually really smart by Charity."
Yeah, he's like, he's basically, he's like, it's not foolproof, but pretty smart. Yeah,
pretty close. Yeah.
There are moments in this book like, Charity is an irrational bitch a lot of times, but then there are a lot of times also in this book where she completely counters that, and when she's actually using her mind.
Well, so when she's not busy being pissed off at Harry for no reason, she's fine.
No reason, correct.
So when she's busy not being a thunder cunt to Harry, she's fine. You know, when she finds the equal,
If you looked up Thundercunt in the dictionary, there'd be a picture of Charity's face. Right.
I agree 100%. Except for when she's agreeing with Harry, then it's not her.
Yeah.
Even then, she's only one. She's still only one step away from being a Thundercunt in 5.5 of a second.
Yeah, but she loses that moniker in later books. But we'll get there in a later stream. So they take the kids to St. Mary's, and Fort Hill helps the family kind of settle in. And Harry goes in and rests. Fort Hill comes in and starts talking to Harry, and this is where Harry just is able to vent and just kind of let stuff go that's happened over the past year, because he's completely right now in doubt of himself. And Fort Hill takes the Michael position in this book of just reassuring Harry, it's all good, and you'll be okay. And then Daniel wakes up, so they go and talk with Daniel, who recounts the encounter, that Molly saved him, but they took her.
Right.
And so Harry's like, well, why did they take her instead of kill her? Why follow her? Didn't quite understand.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about he talks to Fort Hill about Nelson, who's there.
I still don't understand why they took it. Why did they take her? Why did they take Molly to Arctistor?
Well, it was because Mab wanted Harry to come to piss on the tree thing or whatever to get basically it was, I think it was a way for Mab not to lose face in the war, but wanted to help the White Council, is my theory. Was Mab needed a reason to pull her forces back to give Summer an opportunity to fight the Red Court. I think that's the only thing that sort of makes sense in my mind, because
that's Lily's side of things.
Yeah, that's what Lily.
The reason why Molly.
Yes, but Mab is aware because she's there watching him piss on the tree or piss on the fountain.
Yes, so there's an element I think where Mab and Lily are working in cahoots here.
No, they're not though. No, they're not though. Mab is external to Lily and Maeve's
I think
plan.
Mab knows what's going on and is letting it happen.
I think that's right.
Because they're not working together. I think Mab is fully aware of everything.
They think she's going crazy. She's fine.
Yeah, she's
Yeah. So, but I think the reason why Mab wants Molly there is it forces Harry to invade Arctistor, and she wants Harry to have sympathy for Slate and kill Slate.
That's another thing. It's another piece in getting Harry to be Winter Knight. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So I think there's several tiers of it for Mab. I think it's still doing what Mab wants, plus it's gaining.
So Mab wants him there to kill Slate. Lily wants him there to release the power of Summer. And Harry is just being bitched by everyone.
Yep.
Yeah,
sweet.
he's basically being a tool in this game, in this book.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah. So now that then Fort Hill
Is it?
and
Fading said later, so it makes sense.
um, so Fort Hill tells him there wasn't anybody following Nelson. So Harry goes in and looks on Nelson, uses his sight, and he sees the blackened temples, and it clicks. And so the Harry knew then here that the key was the phages. Wait, hold on a second. Here, let me read my notes are a complete clusterfuck here.
Well, he figures out that he was wrong, that they're not phages. He's like, there's only one thing that is attracted to fear. And what's the other thing? There was two things. And it was the fetch anyway. So he
the
works out that
fetch, yes.
he works out that it was a
Yeah.
fetch because it's not just the fear, it was something else as well.
Yeah.
And these are the most powerful
So
minions
then-
of winter, right? They're like the lieutenants of Mab or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that then he goes over to Charity and asks her how long it's been since she's used magic.
Yeah.
Because since Molly,
Mic drop, boom.
right?
Yeah.
And because he figures, well, since Molly can use it, it's typically
Comes from the mom's
hereditary.
side. Yeah. And it comes from the mom's side. That's what he says. Which is
Oh, okay. I missed that part.
Nah.
So we get a little backstory with Molly. She discovered it when she was 16, and she went in with a bad crowd who was basically sacrificing the practitioners, which was Gregor the Dragon, this is fucking crazy because we get fulfillment of book 2 discussion with Faravax and Michael. That confrontation is right here when Michael saves Charity from Gregor the Dragon and kills Gregor. Is fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Steve.
No, you're good. I'm just agreeing. Yeah.
Okay. So and he surmises though that this is really Molly's ability, was what really came between them. And that his conclusion is that Molly invaded Nelson and Rosie's minds to force them away from the druggies. And basically the only way to do that was to cause fear of the drugs.
Yeah, and it's really cool. Like there's so many layers to it, right? It's like Molly's like deep down she's a good person and she doesn't want her friends to have, to be doing drugs while they're having a baby, but it's her boyfriend that's been unfaithful to her, that's like banged her friend and got her knocked up at the same time. So the result of that is that Nelson, when she tries to fix Nelson, she fucks him right up.
Yeah.
Like inadvertently, just because there's this like underlying tension that she's not being honest with herself, as in like, I actually fucking really want to rip your head off, mate. But instead I'm gonna like put needles in your head and destroy your mind forever. Yeah.
Yep.
Typical chick stuff.
So because of this fear, the fetch is fed on that, and that's why they took her back to Fairy. And so Harry's options to get her back are limited, and Charity's like, I'll pay any price. But Harry's like, okay, I've got to use Little Chicago.
Yeah.
So Charity's introduced to Thomas. They go back to the Carpenters to get Molly's baby hair, and then they go to his place. He tells Thomas he's got Thomas to make some phone calls, and then they stay upstairs while Harry then cleans himself up and does the whole ritual to prepare to use
to get ready.
little Chi-Town.
Yep.
And Thomas is like so cool about this too. Like I want to just point out, like Charity's just like, you're a vampire. I don't trust you. Fuck off. Stay away, sort of thing. And Thomas is like totally that's fair. And Harry's like goes into bat for Thomas immediately. And like Thomas is like, nah, it's her, like it's whatever her house, her rules sort of thing before they go to
Mhm.
or her ride. Actually, it's when they get in the car. Her ride, her rules. He's totally like totally right about it. He's like totally takes it the right way. It's really cool. Anyway,
Yeah,
sorry.
Thomas is fucking awesome. I love
he's
that dude.
he's so
Thomas is
good in
great.
this book, eh? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
amazing in this book.
It
Yeah.
really is.
There's really honestly rare instances where I'm not really enjoying Thomas.
Yeah, well, whenever Thomas or Michael are around, it's good times.
It's
Yeah.
good sound.
Mhm.
So more of them. I haven't read Illyria yet, so I have no comment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
I want to get to it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Uh,
I didn't love it.
Okay. Yeah,
I didn't
I
hate it.
will. No, I'm gonna end up reading everything Butcher does, but I
Yeah,
know
no,
that after I'm done with all this Dresden stuff, I'm due for a break from Butcher for a bit.
looks like
'Cause
Thomas.
I've been hammering it.
7 years. It says. I don't know if it's 5 or 7. Fadian says 5. I just looked it up. It said 7. So 5 to 7 years. Thomas is
Yeah,
older.
he's. So they get Molly's baby hair,
Which
from the
doesn't work
house.
anyways.
Correct.
which is it's pretty funny. It's funny when Bob's
Yeah,
like,
and it's-
"What did you use?"
Yeah.
right.
Well, that's not gonna
Well,
work.
so like this whole preparation, one of the things he's got to battle down is his fear as well because of what's at play. And then as he's preparing, Lashiel gets involved, and she's like, "You're deluded. This is just basically an elaborate suicide." And then so she turns the envelope with Molly's hair into 12 different envelopes. She ignites Harry's left hand, and he realizes, oh wait, this is all illusions, and gets
Yep.
through it all. But her purpose was, in order for him to do that, it had to exhaust him. And so, but he looks at her and says, "Listen, I'm going to die in order to get Molly. I will die to do it." And so she begs him to take up the coin, so that she can help him, which he dismisses that, and then dismisses her, and then begins to do the ritual. And he finds out Little Chicago worked, but his tracking spell fizzled because he had used her baby hair instead.
Right.
So Charity, she thanks him for even just trying, but now they just need faith. So now
Yeah.
Michael Carpenter comes into play here, right?
Well, and again, we get this like really good depiction of faith and how it in reality, how it works in times of crisis. And one of the things that sets people of faith apart from many other things. And Charity is, despite the fact that I think she's, as Steve said quite eloquently before, massive thundercunt, just really plays that part to a T here. Like once she accepts what's going on, and like once she accepts that that this is what's happening and that it's in the Father's hands, sort of thing, and she's the perfect example of exactly how you are in those times when you're a person of faith. You couldn't have got it any more right. It's great.
It's what happened. It's where do you go when you've been humbled to the end point?
Exactly right. Yeah.
So and then that's when Murphy comes in, and then she says, "Well, why don't you just use Charity's blood?" And Harry's like, "Oh shit, that might actually work."
Yeah.
So it does work, and then it goes to the only obvious place, which is Pell's Theater. And Harry's like, "Well, I should have fucking known that anyway."
Yeah, that's right. Duh.
Yeah, it's like,
It's like,
duh.
Yeah. So they prep up. Harry gives the lowdown for them how they're going to survive, what it takes to survive in Fairy. And then Charity's like, "Well, I'm going," and he's like, "No, you're not." And she's like, "Fuck you, I am, because I'm the ignominious thunder cunt." and you can't do anything about it. But she proves it by sitting there and getting out her armor and the whole process. Harry's looking at her. She's like, "Oh, she's actually pretty fit." And she's like, "Yeah, I spar with Michael.
Yeah.
How do you think he got so good?" So
yeah, I can use this Warhammer. I'm good. Let's go.
She makes
you know,
she makes the armor. She makes the weapons. She's the blacksmith of the family.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Pretty
Yeah.
wild. Yeah.
was
She's
so I
parents'
mean,
wife.
you know,
There you go. It's parents' wife, mate. It's
yeah,
what's her
there,
name?
shut the fuck up. Minus all the piercings and the incidental abortion, right?
No, well, but
Um,
you can't
yeah.
have it all, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got to settle for something, I guess. Um, so Harry walks around the building. He senses that there are some traps, or that there aren't any traps, but he does sense the fetches that are in there. So he gives them a heads up and says, and that's when Lily and Fix show up. And Harry passes the debt that they owe him to Charity, so that they can get around the compulsion that Titania put on them.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
Charity
Fix-
then asks for assistance.
yeah, and they're like, is it Fix or is it Lily? One of them's just like, oh, I knew that he was like that he was smart. The wizard was going to
Fix.
come through.
Uh,
Yeah,
Fix was like, oh, basically Fix was like, okay, I like this shit or something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Fix was happy with the ruse, if I remember right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So the plan is that Harry's going to go in. The rest of them are going to be under a veil. And so Harry will attract the attention of the fetches, and then they can pop out and go, boo. Except when he goes in, he slams open the door and he's like, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's no attack.
Yeah.
Nothing. So there's nothing in the entryway. So he makes his way into the concessions room. And that's when there's one of the fetches there, and they begin to tussle. While there's a tussle in the entryway now, after the attack on Harry, they go unveiled and they attack the fetch in there. So by the time Harry's basically getting his ass kicked, Thomas comes in and helps Harry beat the fetch that's in there. And then they start making their way to the theater room, and then all of a sudden, there's one that pops out of the trash can looking like the Chucky doll, and Harry just basically plays golf with his staff. And
Doesn't he light it up first, like the staff? Like, doesn't he give it some hellfire runes?
I think so. Yeah,
Nothing.
but it's great because it was like you would anticipate this being a little bit more of a difficult fight, and Harry's just like, "Fuck off." So they get inside the theater, and Lily's like, "Oh fuck," she's like, "Okay, this portal goes straight into Arctis Tor. I have to stay here and guard the gateway to make sure none of them come out. Nothing comes out, and Fix has to stay with me.
Right.
So you guys are basically on your own." They go in, and it's just this massive Arctis Tor, this massive icy fortress, and Lily not only opened the way into it, but she also gave Harry basically a butterfly that will help guard them all against the cold.
Right.
And, and that this is when, before they head in, this is where Fix tells Harry, "Hey, shit went down in Oregon.
Yeah, that's right.
Red Court has this assault going on at the with the White Council at this training. I think it was a training facility.
Something like that. Yeah.
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 And so this is it. Shit's gone down, and your guys are fucked, basically. But so they go in. to Arctis Tour, they see the gate's already been broken down. So Harry uses this spell to kind of detect if Molly's still alive and where she is. And what he notices that there's this hellfire sulfur smell that's present. And Harry's like, fuck, I am way out of my depth here.
Isn't there? When does it come across the bones that have been dead for ages?
That's when he's going through I think it's the courtyard, isn't it?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, it's coming up right
Yeah.
after this.
Yeah. So he notices as they're going through that fire had killed some troll and some other beasts with this. There's just this immense power that's been used. And he opens this door, and then that's when the fetches come in and attack. And I think the bones you were talking about was where the troll and all these other beasts were killed.
Yeah, because he was trying to work out what could do that. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
And so all these fetches attack that are there, and so they're fighting through that. And Harry and Charity basically are just trying to make their way to this tower, where they know that Molly's up toward the top of it. And so they hear this scream, and then Charity just fucking takes off because now she's lost her fucking mind, because it's her baby.
Mama Bear activated.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Totally,
right,
yeah.
exactly. And so Thomas is battling the Reaper. Murphy is going toe to toe with Hammer Hands, and
Which is a bit crazy. That shouldn't really be possible.
No, and maybe this is kind of one of those things. Molly or Murphy going toe to toe with Hammer Hands is that
Yeah, maybe that's what he's talking about before reference.
perhaps. Yeah, maybe that's what the discussion was earlier, and I can I can see that
I
working
can a
out.
little bit too.
But
Yep.
but still, Murphy's fucking awesome. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but she's not Lara Race, mate. See, that's what. See, if he had picked Lara, there wouldn't have been a question.
Oh.
Lara could
Oh.
kick all these
Oh.
fucking. Lara could kick all their asses, and it wouldn't even need no one else.
Yeah, yeah, but it's definitely not going to be that chicken shit Susan who doesn't even bother showing up for books on end.
Useless. Useless as tits on a bull. Which would actually be pretty useful. There's nothing else on a bull that's useful. If it had tits, at least it would be like. Anyway.
Yeah. So up at the on the top parapet, there's Molly. She's being tortured by Scarecrow, and pretty viciously.
Yeah. She's barely holding on if she is. Yeah.
Right. And so Harry tries to keep Scarecrow's attention on him, and this allows Charity to go around, flank, and free Molly. So she does that successfully. Let's see. But Scarecrow ends up feeding on Molly's fear and Charity's fear now. So it's kind of like a Mario mushroom for him.
Yeah.
And
So all these Christmases have come at once. Good old Scarecrow.
yeah. Yes. But the thing that the Scarecrow didn't account for is that Harry's dealt with his fear now. So there's no fear. And that is what allows Scarecrow to walk through the fire.
He's too tired, remember?
Yeah.
Harry's like, I'm too tired.
He's too exhausted to be afraid. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he just doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Well, I mean, I think it's part of that too. Is he's dealt with it a little bit, but the overarching thing is the realization he comes to for himself is I'm too tired to fucking care.
And he
I'm
works
so
that-
fucking tired.
Yeah.
I fucking want you dead.
Well, he works out that in all the other cases where it hasn't worked, he's been scared shitless, and he's like,
Yeah,
right.
I'm not scared now. Maybe it's gonna work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but at the same time that this happens, he then recognizes what that butterfly was for from Lily. And so he uses that along with Hellfire to ignite this pure summer heat in the middle of Arctis Tour. And so he begins to blast everything. I believe this destroys Scarecrow. But this gets all the Fae to react.
Well, doesn't he
Um,
destroy the wishing well, which is like the center of power for winter?
He
or
lights it
something?
on fire or something like that.
He
he
sets
lights
it on fire.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's and that becomes a beacon, really.
Very much Dresden. Very
Yeah,
similar.
And
well, Fix is like, you did what now?
Yeah.
um,
You did. Excuse me. You did what?
You did what?
You
Right.
did.
Lily's
Excuse
like,
me.
Lily's like, no,
She's like, I didn't know he was
wasn't
gonna
me.
do that. I had no idea he'd blow up
No
fucking
idea.
Arctis Tor with brimstone. Oopsies. Yeah.
Yep.
That was good. Yeah.
So, and part of this scene too that was described on the top of the parapet. You've got the fountain. You've also got this guy that's being crucified, and you don't know what that's
Oh yeah,
about.
we missed
But
that. Yeah.
but when he
When does he have
lights
the
this
conversation?
fire, it starts melting shit, right? And
Yeah.
when he looks over at the crucified form, he realizes it's Slate. And you're like,
Yeah.
fuck. And so he realized that this is Slate still being punished. And at this point, it's been 5-6 years.
Dude, it's been ages since
Right.
Harry fucked up his life accident. Like, well, Slate fucked it
Yeah.
up, but yeah.
Right. So, I mean, this has been fucking
Since Summer
wild.
Night.
You know,
Summer Night. We're talking book 4.
yeah. So this is the 5th book since. So we're looking about 5 years, and then he looks over at the water feature, and then there's Leah, his godmother, and she's still being punished. Slate's still begging for Harry to kill him before he falls unconscious, and then Leah says Slate's fate is basically since with his punishment he is being crucified, he's being saved by Mab, healed, seduced, and then crucified again by Mab, and it's just a cycle of this
And
on end.
the way that she explains it, it's just like so that his last thought before he goes back on ice is like how much he's looking forward to her coming back again, and just to repeat the cycle. It's like
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
horrific.
It's crazy.
it is.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It's like wow.
Yeah.
And then so he's begging for death, but going back unconscious. And Leah's there; she's being punished. And then Thomas comes up and he says, "Listen, we need to leave. The wild hunt is coming." And Harry's like, "Fuck," because he realizes that Harry using that power got everybody's attention in Fae.
Yep.
Every single
then
winter Fae.
Every
Yep,
single
right.
winter phase coming for him. Yeah.
Mhm.
Every single one.
Yep. And so Leah says, "Listen, don't free me, because if you do free me, I can't fulfill my promise to your mother." And then she changes her mind, but Harry doesn't free her because
Well, she has a moment of she's crazy. She has a moment of clarity, and then she's not able to fight off that anymore. And it's it's basically So she doesn't really change her mind. She goes crazy again. He's
Well,
like,
then
"Oh no, I'm good. Let me out."
It shows her
it's-
dual
it's-
personality, really.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Harry chooses wisely and just it's like, "I'm out." Oh,
Yep.
Mouse came
And
after you.
Yeah. Who's the bestest?
Oh, no.
I think she probably. I think it's Mab's manipulation, probably to give him some information. I would imagine Mab is in play, Chris. Yeah,
Mab is kind of this all-knowing kind of behind the scenes figure, because as Harry's leaving, he looks over at this statue, and this statue has these green eyes, and he's like, "That's weird." And then one of the eyes winks at him, and he realizes it's Mab's eyes. So he's like, "Fuck off," basically. Like,
Well, I mean,
You
Yeah.
Faye.
Well, I mean, at the
You
end of the book, basically at the end of the book, he's like, we were just fucked around with all fucking day. Like,
Yep.
this was all bullshit. This whole day was bullshit.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's the entire thing was a complete setup,
Yeah.
all so everything in Oregon could be all right,
Well,
which is fucking crazy.
I mean, that was a big. I don't know if it was all for that, but I mean, it was a chunk
Well,
of that.
it was all to be able to enable summer forces to assist.
Well, the Arctis tour bit, but like Harry, I think surmises that even Molly being manipulated and all the shit that's going on with her, it was orchestrated by Mab, and so they were literally just being fucked with, and then helping the White Council there was just another thing that was heaped on the pile of stuff, but they were Mab was just basically playing 4D chess with everybody, and
Yep.
Nobody knew they were even playing. So yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So they're making their escape. They have to fight off a few ogres. But on the other side of things, when they get out, Lily smiles because she realizes Harry had used the summer fire on the winter's wellspring, and that calls all of winter back into defense of Arctis tour. And this frees up then the summer forces to then go and help defend the council in Oregon.
Right.
So yeah, this was all set up through the fetches, though the fetches weren't part of the plan. It was still all set up by Lily. And so Harry now then has to turn his concern to Molly and how he has to deal with the White Council.
Right.
Yeah. So the big action sequence is done, but the book still has 100 pages to go or whatever.
Right.
And it's a great 100 pages too.
Yes.
It's the way the way this book finishes, I thought helps. It does a lot in similarity to what Summer Night was, where the beginning of Summer Night was pretty good. There's a lot of build in it, but the last third of the book helps keep the book alive because it had to pick up the pace somewhere.
As we've gone, I'm not sure if it's a pacing thing. Like as we've gone through this today, in particular, there's a lot of things that have happened. Just recapping it. There's heaps.
Yeah, well, because it's like there's a lot of stuff that happened in Summer Night beforehand. It was just at a slower rate or a slower, not slower. It was a different pace, I guess, or a different way of information dump. I don't know. Lack of ability of words and a lot of drink today. That's what I'm falling back on.
I'm having trouble. Weren't the fetches driven wild by Hellfire? Nicky Boy had shot him. I don't remember.
Nicky Boy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're talking about. Yeah.
Nick.
I don't know. Please explain.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Nicodemus? Why was Nicodemus be shooting hellfire around though? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Nico wasn't there. When did Nicodemus attack Arctis Tour?
Not in this. Maybe in was it? Were you talking about a past instance? I don't know why Nicodemus would be thrown around.
I don't know why he'd be in Arctis Tour. What was he in Arctis Tour?
Yeah. So the question. Well, who did do that initial attack at Arctis Tour that Harry was smelling all the brimstone?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, well, I don't
That
think we
was
got
it?
an answer on that one though.
Not yet.
Did
I
we?
don't. Does it get answered late? Probably gets
Maybe it
answered
does.
later. I don't remember.
Maybe it does get answered later. Yeah. Don't know. I don't remember that. I don't recall that. But that's
Fadion
not
says
for
Tessa.
sure. When?
Yeah. Well, we'll keep an eye out on that in our rereads because
Hang on. Oh no, hang on. No, that's I don't know. No. That's why Mab is trying to kill Nick in a later book. Yeah, that's. I think I actually remember
Okay.
that. She has like a massive grudge.
so
And
is
that's why
that
she helps.
revealed
Isn't
in
that why
Skin
she
Game?
helps? Yeah, why she helps.
So
in Skin Game.
we'll get there. I don't remember, to be honest. So we'll get there.
Oh, it's talked about in the
Working.
next book. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll
Well, 10. That would be
see
2
that-
books. We're on 8, right? Yeah.
We're on it.
Oh, okay. So small favor. Okay. All right. So
Small
back at St. Mary's, they find out that basically their time in Ferry an entire day has passed. So
yeah, we get a
basically
time dilation here, which is really cool, right?
Yeah. So Murphy's fucked with her
Totally
job.
fucked. Yeah.
Because she went total MIA as lead investigator.
Yeah.
So she says, I'm going to lose SI,
It's
but I'll
bad.
face the consequences. It's fine.
Yeah, bad. See,
and
if she was
then-
Lara Wraith, that wouldn't make a problem either. Just saying.
So Molly
Good on
tries
girl.
to leave while everybody's asleep, and Harry's like, ha, 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 ha. No, you don't.
Yeah,
He's
don't
like, "We
bullshit
have
a
to
bullshit,
talk."
young lady. Yeah.
Right. So we have to talk. So they sit down and he says, listen, you've used magic. When was the first time you used magic? And she described this time where she was basically in her rebellious gear after school and didn't realize her mom was home. So she unknowingly veiled herself to hide herself from Mummy Dearest, which Harry was like, shit, that's pretty damn good.
How can you do that? Yeah.
Right. As your first time, that's wow. It veils
insane.
some wild magic to use your first time. And then so, Molly, he says, they discuss it. Molly had sent the nightmares to scare them away from drugs, but she wasn't aware that she had hurt them. She actually gets angry in denying it, and in the process of it, she actually shoots magic out, and Harry kind of contains it, and says nope. Now she's like, she kept on insisting. She's like, I saved them, and he said, listen, their psyche is where you did the damage, and not only theirs, but yours too. And so what you've done is you've broken the fourth law of magic, and the council will kill you. And because I'm a warden, I have to take you in.
Yeah.
And so Harry says, I've got to help you, but let's do a soul gaze because this is just how it's got to go. So they do a soul gaze, and he sees all these possibilities with Molly, and all of them are good except for one. I think there were
Some of them are
5 in total.
I'd say some of them are okay. Some are good, some are
Yeah,
okay. One's really bad.
one was just bad, bad Molly.
Yeah.
But
Bad
he
Molly,
sees all
bad
these
Molly.
possibilities.
Bad Molly came. Bad Molly.
Yes. But he notices though she's strong, she just needs guidance in the right direction to the right Molly, basically.
Well, that's what he thinks. Yep.
Yes.
But again, this is colored by Harry's perception. So again, Harry's been in this situation, and that's what he thinks he needed. So he thinks that's what Molly needs as well. So, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So he says, "Listen, I'm offering you my leadership if you go to the council, but it's your decision. but I can defend you. And but again, you have to agree to go to the council. Otherwise, they're going to find you eventually, and they're not going, and it's going to be immediate, and not gonna live it out. So she says she agrees. They go to Charity. Charity argues, nope, not going to happen. And Molly says, no, listen, it's
Yep.
my choice. She tries to pin it on Harry, and Molly steps up in Harry's defense, like we had talked about earlier.
Yep.
And Fort Hill comes in on the conversation, and he defends Molly's position as well.
He does.
But Harry looks at Charity and promises her on his life that he would bring her back. So Harry's basically said, listen, if she dies, I die.
Yep.
Which is typical Harry.
Yeah.
Exactly, Harry. It's exactly Harry.
Yeah.
Over my dead
so
body.
Harry
on his gravestone, as well as he died doing the right thing, could be over my dead body, I reckon.
True.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
So Harry calls the council and requests a hearing. Whoever picks up the phone, they try to argue. He's like, no, I'm not arguing. I'm calling a council meeting. This shit's going down.
Because they don't take it. Is it picked up? Isn't it some
It's
some
just a new recruit. Yeah.
He's like, oh, no, blah blah blah.
Yep.
blah whatever.
Showing how desperate they are for talent. Yeah.
Yeah. So after that call's made, Fort Hill gives Harry his vote of confidence, and then he says, hey, if you can get a hold of Michael, can you get a hold of him? And Fort Hill says he'd try. And hold on a second.
Oh my God, we're all gone at the same time. I'll be back in a second. Oh my goodness gracious. For a book that seemed pretty short, there's a lot of detail going on.
Yes.
That was some bad timing.
Sorry, yeah.
Excuse me. I clearly need to have another drink.
That's right, Nate. Need two, actually.
Okay, why not?
What's the time there, Steve?
I'm midnight. What? 12:30.
It's 12:20. Yep. We've been going a good amount, but that's okay because
This book, there's heaps to talk about in this book, man. That's why it's going to be an interesting rating when we get to the end of all this.
well, even the slower books, especially as we get further into this, there's still loads in there.
Good.
There's
the character work in this one is amazing.
Well, there's a lot of story building in this one. Like, there's a lot of
so much
pieces for other books to build off of. Lots of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
This is like another one of them setup books, right? I mean, you got Molly set up for all this shit. The White Council set up for all this shit. Merlin set up for shit. Ebenezer set up for shit. Michael set up for shit. Like, there's all kinds of setup in this book. Harry, well, of course, Harry, Lashiel, the Denarians. There's a whole bunch of setup.
Plus the winter stuff, like you boys pointed out.
And that's not
earlier,
even mentioning all the Fae shit going on. Yeah,
well, not exactly.
Yep.
Right? That's a whole nother bloody chat. A whole nother bloody.
Yeah, there's all kinds of setup in this book. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
Again, I have to say, I know I'm jumping the gun, but I have to say it again. I laugh my ass off when Harry starts bitching about being tied up and waiting for death and praying to God for a Knight of the Cross to come. And he doesn't know that a Knight of the Cross came right in the room and saved his ass. It's so fucking good.
Yep.
He starts bitching about it again. And it's like, Harry, you're not picking up the cue that you have a sword to give Mr. Butters. Hello.
Yep.
So true, man.
Yeah. You're not picking up what the Lord be throwing down for you, brother.
Your observation is just like he's lacking in this one area.
Yeah, fucking Shiro told you to pay attention. You're not paying attention. Jesus.
Yep.
Right.
Well, he's paying
Yeah.
attention to so
Yes.
many other things, right?
Yeah.
Like he's paying attention to so many things. He's just like this is one glaring thing that he's missing.
Right.
Well, he's looking so
Probably the most
hard.
important.
Well, it's his perception, right? He's looking so
Yes.
hard. It's like Waldo
that's
ain't a
yep,
fucking Knight of the Cross. It's like
exactly.
yeah, maybe or maybe
Yeah.
he is. So it's right, exactly.
But it's such a great example of just how we are in reality. You know.
Yeah, that's
It's like,
exactly
Well,
right.
but you know,
we don't realize what's going on until
Oh,
after it
absolutely.
happens.
But
Hindsight's
You don't see the
20/20.
forest for the trees. So
but
often.
you also have to like the other parallel, right? In this book is it's right. Everything is telling Harry that Waldo is the owner of Phenolacius. Everything, including his observation of Fix, which is Fix was this nerdy little shit, and he was given power, and now he's not, which is exactly the same thing that happens to Waldo. Is he's basically given, the sword of faith love, the sword of love. Is it love? Phenolacius
No,
is
it's
love,
faith.
right? Is it
No,
faith?
Phenolacius is faith.
it?
Amaracius is love.
Okay, so he's given the sword of faith, and he starts training, and he just fucking levels up, right? So it's very parallel to what happens with Fix, because he gets So it's just I don't know. Everything is screaming at Harry to give Waldo the swords.
What's the name of Sonya's sword? Which one is that one?
Oh God,
Sonya.
Emiracius. It's M. I think it's
No.
E.
Esperacius.
Esperacius.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which that one is that's hope, right? I think
I
it's
don't know.
Yes, hope. I think it's hope, love,
I
and
have thought.
faith.
well, yeah, it would be faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love.
I have
so,
thought.
yeah, it's straight out
kill.
of 1 Corinthians 13.
Have thought will kill.
Yeah,
Okay.
Esperacius,
So-
Phenolacius, and Emiracius. Yes.
Oh,
That's it.
just love. We need more Sonya.
AKA X fucking Caliber. Fuck
We
yeah.
need more Sonya in these books. We are not killer, Miss.
I don't know what you're talking about. How was Sisu?
I would do no such thing.
Yeah.
How was Sisu too, Mr. Sam?
He said it was so fucking good.
Oh, he did.
I don't even know.
If I could
Yeah.
read, that'd be great. All right, so I'm getting
Right.
tired. So sorry. Let's move on.
All right.
You're getting tired and we're getting.
Joey, Fate, you guys are getting plastered, and my son is playing Guilty Gear
Steve
at
is tired.
12:30 at night. Okay, sorry.
I still
Yeah.
have 2 more beers to get through, but so we've got another half an hour up our sleeve.
Oh yeah. Well, and I'm drinking stuff that is 120 proof, so it's not helping me.
I've got to
out.
take Chelsea to work this. I can't do that. All right, let's go.
I'll sleep well tonight. So
Oh, Sisu won. Oh, okay. Well, I know that was fun. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
all right. So Harry and Molly, they show up to the meeting. Harry makes introductions with Molly with Ramirez.
Finds out the Merlin has fucked him over. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he pulls Harry aside and said, "Hey, listen, the support for today is not good because everything that was going down in Oregon has pulled all your support away."
Yep. It's bad.
So
Bad juju.
McCoy, Injun Joe, and Ancient Mai, who would normally be your
And
support
listen-
system,
So, yeah.
they're still fighting. They're still fighting the Red Court, and then after that, Fix and Lily show up, and then
As his honored guest. Yes.
and then they hood Molly, much to Harry's objections, and head into the meeting. So the first people that they notice that are there are Harry's love buddies, the Merlin and Morgan. And so there's immediate tension there.
Well, I feel like Morgan and Harry have sort of found equal ground.
Respect. They've found respect.
Like on respect.
Respect, yes.
Yes.
Not
I don't think
yet.
they're not buddies, but Morgan
Not
isn't
yet.
ready to just kill Harry anymore.
I'm pretty sure he'd want to. Pretty sure he still wants to kill him.
I don't know, especially with his reaction to some of the things Merlin is doing to Molly. He's not really on board.
There's
Yeah, that's true. Actually, he's not.
So
100%
like
on board.
he Morgan leaned more Dresden in this this exchange if
Yeah,
you
I
pay attention.
Yep. I think
Um,
that's true.
That's a
Yep.
fair point.
yeah, because the
So-
Merlin was
He can't show it, but he is like
no,
he's-
I
yeah.
mean, he hesitated. You know, I mean, Merlin basically tells him to cut her head off, and he's like,
that speaks volumes.
and Harry and the gatekeeper shows up and is like,
Yeah.
starts
That is-
stalling, and Morgan's like, nope, no, I don't want to do this. He
Well-
gets a vote, right? Yeah.
So at the start of this, Morgan is clearly on Merlin's side.
Yes.
At the start.
Yeah, but
here.
not by
Um,
the end.
Not by the end, but so as Ramirez is shutting the door, the gatekeeper comes in, and
Much
but
to Merlin's
what's
chagrin.
cool here, what's cool here is that the gatekeeper doesn't take his normal seat at the council head.
Yep.
He takes position between Harry and the Merlin,
Mhm.
which I thought was very interesting.
It is interesting.
Um,
He's a political creature, isn't he? Politics quite well.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
the gate Rashid, the gatekeeper, doesn't take fucking shit off nobody. He's just
He's a law all unto himself, isn't he?
he's just like I do what's needed and right and be
Yeah, I
damned
know what
with
it is.
the fuck political
Real-
bullshit. Yeah.
We all better hope that he's
Yeah,
alive.
he's a complete wild card, you
Yeah,
know,
totally.
and you
Which is great because he seems to line up with Harry every time, which is fantastic.
so far.
right. And the question is,
So far.
is he really lined up with Harry? Is the whole thing? Is like,
Yeah,
is he playing
exactly.
something, or
Don't know.
is he that?
Well, right
He
now,
is-
just Harry is driving results that the gatekeeper wants, so it
But
happens
he
to
also-
align with him for now, right?
Yeah.
So who knows
Yeah,
if that's
yeah.
ever going to change, right?
Yeah, we don't
Right.
know. It was only in Summer Night that he was like
Well,
in the tree saying, "Oh well, depends on what choice you make, I will kill you." So
well,
like-
Rashid is 100% a greater good character.
yes,
he will-
is.
He
is
will pat you on the back 1 second and cut your head off
chop
the
your
next.
head off
if
the next.
if cutting your head off saves the day, your head's coming off.
Yep.
So, so the meeting begins. Merlin starts talking in Latin, and Harry's like, "Hey, how
Hey,
about
yo."
we ixnay on the Attenlay?"
Yeah, exactly.
And
I'm all out of
because-
bubblegum. God damn it!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, because Lily and Fix are present,
Right.
so he wants them to be able to understand. And
Score
so,
one for Dresden.
It's really for Molly's benefit more than theirs, I reckon.
What's his
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Harry's benefit too? Harry don't speak Latin.
Yeah,
for
Harry
shit.
sucks at it. That's right.
yeah,
Harry don't speak Latin for shit. I mean, he ponders that too. He's like, I can't do this in Latin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
How am I
tell him to
supposed
lick
to
my. I'm
defend it?
gonna tell him to lick my fucking bootstrap or some shit.
Right.
Yeah.
How do I say fuck off in Latin again? I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah.
Fuck are you,
Yeah.
Latinist? Did you just tell the
Okay,
Merlin to
off
eat
a-
shit and die? What the fuck, Harry? That was a good.
Yep. So he begins. They allow Lily to speak first, and Titania. She speaks for Titania in this, and she compliments Morgan in his efforts at Oregon, and gives him an oak leaf, which comes into play later.
So why?
Then
So why?
Sneaky fucking fairies.
Why did they
I know,
lock?
right?
Why did they lock Morgan to? That was on purpose, right?
Mhm.
I don't remember why they
I'm not gonna
purposely
spoil
gave
it
it to
for
Morgan.
I'm not going to spoil it for you.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
we'll-
Do they end up
we'll
setting
get
him
into
up for
this.
some bullshit? I
It just
don't remember.
matters. Just
Yeah,
know
well-
that it matters.
Yeah, I remember. I know it matters. I just forget why they pinned it on Morgan. But sorry, go ahead.
So, and then she gives the testimony of Arctus Tor, and presents
And
Harry
Merlin
and Oakleaf as well.
Pissed. Merlin is pissed. He's like, Harry's a hero too. He's like, fuck Harry. Harry wasn't
Fuck
anywhere
Harry, right?
near fucking Oregon.
He
And she's
can't
like,
even speak
well,
Latin.
He's like, what are you talking about, Oregon? He fucking nuked Arctus Tor, Merlin. When's the last time you nuked Arctus Tor?
Yeah, that's right. When did you go there, mate?
Hey Merlin,
much-
when is the last
Yep.
time you fucking burned all of fucking the stronghold of the winter? Yeah, never.
Exactly.
Shut up.
So, but she tells the council, she's like, well, so everything's defended, you guys are safe, but the assistance that Summer can offer is limited.
Limited. Yeah.
So don't you can't really depend on us in defense.
No free hand jobs yet. All right.
Yeah.
Still got to work for 'em.
Not yet.
So then they move on to Molly, and Harry gives his assessment of the victims. That assessment's confirmed by Ramirez.
So did
Yeah.
Ramirez lie, or are we talking about two different people?
Ramirez,
Because Harry's
Ramirez lied.
depiction of their mental fuckdom is they will not recover. They are fucked.
Nelson's not going to recover.
Nelson and the girl are Molly's
And Rosie.
direct. The people are
Yeah.
the people that Molly directly touched.
Yeah,
Nelson,
Rosie and Rosie.
according to Dresden, is completely fucked. He's not
Yeah.
going to recover.
I think
The other
Rosie-
one, he said, Rosie
maybe.
said maybe
Rosie's a
with
maybe.
over a long period of time with some intense help.
But Nelson's fucked.
Is Ramirez lying about Nelson?
Well, I think Ramirez is lying.
The only one that thinks that he can be helped is Father Forthill because of faith in God.
Yeah.
So
Maybe Ramirez is a Catholic because he's Spanish.
So I don't know if maybe something changed or whether Ramirez lied to try and help Harry in turn Molly.
Or is Harry making it out to be worse than it is to scare the shit out of Molly more? That's the other.
Well,
option,
but
I
he was
guess.
talking to himself.
Yeah, that's
he
right.
Was,
So
it wasn't
yeah,
really, he
yeah.
wasn't really. He was.
He wasn't. Yeah,
He was
that's true.
surprising himself. I mean, it was bad enough it made him sick. So, like, you know,
Yeah. No, I think Ramirez is wrong.
so I don't know if maybe he just got it wrong too, or maybe he's just being an optimist. I don't know, but I feel like
this is actually the testimony before the court. This isn't
Right.
inner monologues or anything. This is
right. Well, I'm just saying because Harry's thought to himself when he gazes upon Nelson specifically is
He's
done.
never coming back.
He's never coming back. He's done. And there's
He's always
that's
gonna-
not collateral damage. That is somebody that Molly directly touched, along with what Rosie,
Correct.
right?
And
Rosie
and
has a more better hope for recovery. It's long road
Yeah,
is I think
because
what
Rosie-
he said, but
yeah, it's because Rosie didn't cheat on
Right.
her,
right.
whereas Nelson did. So
Right.
like she
So
inadvertently
Nelson. So
made it
that's
worse.
why I don't know if it's just. I mean, look, I can completely buy that Ramirez is like, yeah, they'll be good, to try and help Harry. I mean, I don't see that as a stretch.
I don't either.
But
Well,
I
he
just
loves
curious.
Harry
I
this
was just
time.
curious.
Did
Ramirez- you
Ramirez
gotta
give
remember
a different
too,
testimony
Ramirez
than Harry? I
loves
thought he confirmed. I thought Ramirez confirmed Harry's assessment
Uh,
in the testimony.
Well, then
maybe
did
that's what
Harry
it is.
lie?
Maybe he just because the Merlin asked if he'd looked over if he'd soul gazed them, right?
Yeah.
I
And
don't-
Harry says yes, I have, and yes, I think that I can help her, doesn't he?
I
Well,
don't remember what Ramirez
this
said.
is
That's the thing. I don't remember.
this was the assessment of the victims, not of Molly.
Not of Molly, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
But
in
Ramirez said there
terms
could-
of Nelson, and did Nelson say that he thought that Nelson could recover?
Yeah, he said everybody
He said
could
they all
recover.
come to a full recovery. Yeah, he did.
He said they could all
Oh,
come
okay.
to Ramirez.
so
Ramirez
I wrote
stated
that
he
down wrong.
gazed upon them, the victims, and that they could all, with time, recover.
Yeah, so he's
Which
full of
is
shit.
which
He's
is not true according
not
to
true.
Harry's inner monologue.
Well,
which I
So and that could also be that it may not be that Ramirez is lying. It also could be that Ramirez is relatively young in
Yeah, inexperienced.
misinterpret maybe.
in his role.
Yeah, that's
So
possible too.
it just could be an optimistic Pollyanna-ish
Plus he
type of
loves.
perspective.
Plus he idolizes Harry at this
Yeah.
point as well. So
Yeah.
he's definitely trying to help him.
I just thought it was an interesting sort of.
Yeah, it
you
is
know.
interesting.
It
you know.
is. I
Because-
didn't really think about that.
because it's not they don't, the two statements don't line up. Harry says Nelson specifically. Harry
Nelson
says Nelson
specifically.
is screwed. He's never gonna. He's gonna be mad for life. And
Yep.
then Ramirez says, "Oh yeah, we'll be good." It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well maybe Father Foothill is really putting in that work. Maybe, I don't know. So whatever. I don't think it's important or sticking point. I just thought it was an interesting, dot on the graph.
Yeah.
Look, Father Forthill does have angels protecting the church.
That's
literal.
true. I mean, if you're gonna
A
recover
literal
anywhere,
angel.
yeah. If you're
Yeah.
gonna recover anywhere, probably a
He's got
a
great
church
reason
where
for his faith.
real angels are hanging out. That would probably be a good place.
Yep. So Harry then confirms that Molly's guilty, but adds though that her actions were done in ignorance in order that she could protect lives. So her intentions were good.
He
but
doesn't
she
mention
didn't
the
understand the outcome was what it would be.
Yep.
But he then offers his responsibility for her, ends up winning the argument, and then but at the same time, because it's because Merlin can speak for everybody else except for one who is present with Rashid, Merlin wins the vote basically 6-1 and pronounces her guilt. And so at this point, Morgan looks sick.
Yeah.
Morgan now kind of, he's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
So but then Dresden says, wait a minute, I call for a vote. And the Merlin's like, what are you doing? The vote comes out in my favor. You're an idiot. And he says, I still call for a vote. So he turns to the gatekeeper, and the gatekeeper says that he needs to deliberate and think about it.
Yeah.
And so, and because the gatekeeper has these kind of basically specialized, he knows who's coming.
He knows the future.
Yeah, and so as he's deliberating, he swipes this protective circle, breaks the circle of power that allows the doors to open, and in come McCoy, Injun Joe, Liberty, and Lucio, and all of her recruits, and Michael fucking Carpenter.
Bringing up the rear. Michael popped out.
Yep.
Fucking Chad.
And
then fucking and then just Ebenezer's fucking basically speech going, thank fucking Christ for you, man. I've heard of you, but seeing you in action, praise be to God for sending you. Holy shit. Right? It's like, pretty resounding stamp.
So, Michael saved them all. And so Harry quietly looks over. He's talking to Merlin, and he's like, the vote isn't over. And he said, and since Michael saved 40 members, we should probably do him a favor, do him a solid, and save one of his. And he looks at the Merlin, and he says, plus, listen, if you're wrong, the council gains a powerful wizard. And then the Merlin responds, and he says, and if he's right, then she dies. And then the Merlin adds, but if I'm right, you also die. So the Merlin never one to shade away from being a dick at all times. And show his vendetta.
It's sort of taking him over. I'm curious if there's something else going on with the Merlin at this point. In future books, I wonder if there's a certain virus, I guess, that's taken hold of the Merlin, because the Merlin is acting off passion and prejudice more than
Well, that's what it appears like.
Yeah, but he's always done that though.
I guess that's
It's-
true.
It's what it appears like.
Yeah.
It's not, and we do find out like
I think
you
it's
know,
probably a
there's-
red herring to make you think that maybe there's something
Yeah, I
going on
think
there,
so.
but
I do think so because his actions like down the track they do like he does demonstrate that he does have the best interests of humanity at heart. So you know,
Yeah.
I think so. At this point, though, you don't really know that. That's true.
No, but it's still consistent though, right? You know that
He
there's
is consistently an asshole for sure.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and we've all known people that are consistently the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Sometimes you
know,
need an asshole, though. That's the thing. Right? Sometimes you need an asshole.
right? Well, you know,
Egwene was an asshole.
because somebody's
Egwene is an
just-
asshole. We needed it.
Yeah,
Egwene.
yeah, just
needed
because
Egwene.
somebody's an asshole doesn't necessarily mean they're totally wrong, right? I mean, it's
Yeah, that's right.
you
Sure.
know, they can have the right logic behind it. It just may be that
Shitty
they're
way of carrying
uncouth.
it out.
So we get to the last chapter, and Molly is declared to be free, but she's under the doom of Damocles along with Harry, based upon her behavior.
Back here again, Harry. Congratulations, dickhead.
Yeah. So Harry fills in Michael, and Harry and Michael confirms that the outsiders were part of the attack on the White Council. So
Yep.
um,
Bad
it's
news.
like, it's never a good thing when you're dealing with those motherfuckers.
Yep. Bad
Um,
news.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
There was a discussion of faith that ensued because it's Michael.
Yep. Well, that's where we get the whole Waldo Butters, him praying on the ground for a night and no night came. It's like you need to edit that statement, Harry. It's right there. Okay, so-
Look
but
closer.
but Michael thanks Harry for taking her on at his own cost. So he's really appreciative, and then he also mentions that the original Merlin had been a caretaker of Amarachius, his own
Yep.
sword. And so Michael asks him. So that's actually our first reference right there
Yeah.
of what sword is Amarachius in mythology. So there's our first reference. We'll get another one in a couple books before it gets outrightly declared what it is, and a few more after that.
Yeah.
Um,
And it actually follows it follows mythology as well. Like it's conceivable, it's conceivably possible that the nails could have ended up in the sword that came from the Lady of the Lake. It's conceivably possible. Carry on.
in a swimsuit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Michael then asks Harry why he's been avoiding him, but Harry says, in his own inner monologue, I'm not going to tell him about Lashiel. But he did tell him about killing. It was Cassius that he killed. It wasn't Gravane. It was Cassius that he killed in cold blood because he had a mouse chomp on his neck. So it was Cassius and Corpse Taker. He, in dealing with that, so he's trying to just kind of wrap his mind around about that. And Michael's like, yeah, that happens. It's, sometimes you just don't have the benefit of forethought with all this stuff. And and then he blurts out, "Oh, Lashiel," and Michael said, "Yeah."
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I know. I saw the whole goddamn thing.
Yep.
Yep.
Of course he did. And
Yep.
of course he did.
Yep.
Harry should have known.
Yep, we should know. Well, and then Michael, it's like, I'm not. I want to help you. I don't want to kill you.
Didn't
Right.
change his
Yeah.
change his thing.
And he reminds her of her ability to deceive, and he said, "You need to get rid of the coin and set aside magic for good." And Harry's like, "Not a chance.
Never happening." Yep.
So Michael tells Harry that he'd be there for him
Either
if
way.
he ever wanted to get rid of the coin, or if he ever wanted to go full evil, basically.
Yeah, basically, if you turn, I'll be there too to cut your
Yeah.
fucking head off. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so Michael is ever dedicated to his responsibility to God.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Ever dedicated to his responsibility to Harry as a friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
he's
there is
the best.
there is a very defined order of operations for
Don't
Michael.
push me. Don't push me, Harry. I'll chop your fucking head off. Yep.
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 Thy
So
will be done. As they say.
yep. So Michael goes into his house, and then Harry goes home with Molly to give her the first lessons. And so you go up to the house, has her feel out the wards, and this is basically that's your first lesson. Don't try to open the store without disarming this stuff. And also, by the way, we have hard rules here, and there's not going to be any slack. But you got to get yourself cleaned up. And basically, or there's no slack. That's what that I should have added a period there in that sentence. So then she goes to get cleaned up. Harry goes and fills up a pitcher full of water to give himself something to drink, and then she comes out after getting showered up, and she confesses her feelings for Harry, and then drops her robe in front of him. And then Harry proceeds to dump a pitcher of ice water on top of her and said, "This is never going to happen."
Yeah. Then lays it out for her. Yeah.
Yep. He really lays it out and said,
Oh, yeah.
this is not happening. I have supreme authority over you.
Yep.
Because I'm not fucking around. You've got the doom of Damocles hanging over you. This kind of shit gets in the way. It plays with your emotions, and you can't have emotions and roll over here. And so then they go. He says he's going to take her home, and he says, "Oh, nope,
Yep.
no room for argument here. You are going to move back into your mom and dad's house. You are going to go back to school, and you are barred from all sexual activity." And yes, yeah, he did. Absolutely, he knew it was coming.
Oh yeah, he knew it was coming. He shut her down hard. Yep.
Because Harry's the fucking boss. He knows better. So as he drops her off, Charity comes out briefly to talk with him and asks him, "Did you tell Michael and Molly about my past?" And he's like, no, I didn't.
No.
That's not mine to tell.
No, because I'm not an asshole, Charity. I'm not an asshole like you. I fucking keep my mouth shut, you stupid bitch. Fuck off. That's what he meant to say. That's what Butcher wanted to say. All right.
Right.
Yep. True. I can keep my yapper shut. Yappy. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Other things to wrap up. We talked about that earlier. Bob found a little flaw in Chicago, but somehow got fixed. So we're left basically to assume that it was Lashiel somehow that got it fixed. I think
through other Harry, I would assume.
Yeah, that's when they made
subconscious Harry. Yeah, it's more fun Harry. Yeah,
Lashiel and other Harry. Look out.
Yes, the conception couple. Yeah, so shouldn't have been possible, but somehow it happened. Bob didn't know, so Harry catches up with Murphy. She was busted down to detective sergeant, but she partnered with Rollins, so that was cool. But
do you think Butcher was you think Butcher was just trolling all of us when he was like, "I'm going to make a cop called Rollins and another one called Stallings"? It's to fuck all of you. I think
Lings.
he's just been an asshole. Pretty sure. Sorry.
Thomas calls he just to make sure that all's well, and Harry says, "Yeah, everything's fine." And then McCoy shows up, which I thought this was a great.
Yeah, it was a good way to end it. Yeah, basically
Yeah.
burying the hatchet. Yeah.
Yep. McCoy fills him in. Harry's like, "Yeah, we got played. We got played by one of the queens, perhaps." But there's a power that's working behind the scenes that they just don't have pinned down. But McCoy agrees with him. There's an organization that's going on that we don't know who's a part of it. Harry calls it the Black Council, and then McCoy says, "Okay, but we gotta shush on this."
Is that
Because we absolutely have to keep a hush. There were only 4 people that knew of Lucio's boot camp, and that was the Merlin, Morgan, Injun Joe, and Ancient Mai. So even McCoy didn't know about it. So just those 4 on the senior council knew, outside of Lucio. And Harry said, "Well, it's definitely not going to be Morgan, and it's definitely not going to be Injun Joe." So that leaves the Merlin and Ancient Mai, according to Harry anyway, as
According to Harry.
who would not be the traitors. And then Harry and McCoy reconcile everything over a nice Italian meal at a restaurant.
Yes.
That's
As all things should be.
proven
Yeah.
guilty.
There you go.
So,
Cool.
yep.
Yeah, so it was like so much setup. I mean, it was a good book on its own, but just so much like pieces for future books. It's crazy, like how much just building blocks I think are in this book.
Yeah, I agree. It's actually pretty extraordinary how many building blocks are in this book.
Yeah,
When you really think about it, it's pretty impressive.
yeah. As they start
Yeah.
getting pushed into place, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be wild. Referencing back to, yeah. Oh, hey, that was foreshadowed, or that was started here. Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
think
agree, Faden. I do.
all- So
I
that's
don't know. I think I like it.
have a difference.
Yeah, I disagree too. Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I enjoyed this on the initial read better than the reread.
Oh yeah.
I did too. Yeah.
It was a while ago that to be honest, I don't remember. It's just nice to, be refreshed
Yeah.
on things. So
It's the Molly stuff and the charity stuff like that because you don't know that the first time around. It really takes you on a real ride from memory, but then on the reread, because you know that stuff, it's different, and it gives you a bit of it makes it like a deeper read. Like you can look at the things that are setting up for the future, and you can notice those things, and that I guess that makes it better from that point of view.
yeah.
But from it, like the initial grab you by the balls sort of feeling, like I didn't get that on the reread around this time, whereas the first time around, this was one of my favorites in the whole series. So yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
Whereas
get
I
that.
didn't feel that
it
at the time.
was. I definitely like at this point on the first read through, not having gone on to White Knight and Small Favor and all
Yeah.
that. This was probably. I would probably say this was either my second or third favorite behind. Maybe third or fourth behind Deadbeat. Probably Deadbeat and behind Proven Guilty is probably where I would have ranked this initially.
This is
Yeah, don't ask me for a ranking right now. It's too late.
I have
I
to because I've got a
enjoyed
spreadsheet.
Well,
I have a
Well,
spreadsheet.
we'll go. I don't even know. We'll go behind the last one that I picked. We'll
The
say
last one.
the last. I still need to fix all of my ratings because they're still all over the place.
You gave the last one 9.6 out of 10.
So we'll say what was the last one? Last one was Deadbeat, right?
Deadbeat, yeah.
Yeah. So I go 9. We'll go 9-5, 9-5,
gave
9-4.
Okay, so you gave 9.5 the two before Deadbeat, so you gave the two books before that 9.5.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
is it-
fair. We'll do that
That's fair?
until I
Okay.
fix it. Yeah, until I
Until
fix
you
it.
fix
Until I
until
fix
you
it and expand my fucking. Yeah, I went right into the points. Good job, Steve.
Good job, Steve. Well done.
Yeah,
Steve.
good job. I'm fucking. I'm playing gymnastics right now. I'm into the 0.5 differentials. Good job. Way to go.
That's all
Fucking
right.
dumbass.
That's funny. I'll go ahead and give this one 3 SplatterCon exclamation points out of 4 drop towels.
There you go. Beautiful. Yeah.
Three. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so I like this more than Deadbeat. No,
Oh,
did I?
really?
No, I don't know if I did. Yeah, no, I did actually. I did. I do like this book better than Deadbeat.
Changes is a great book, so good call, Sam.
I've got
Yeah.
room because I gave Deadbeat 8.2, so I'm going to give this an 8.3.
There you
It's
go.
only 8.4 actually. It's a little bit better. Yep. 8.4.
Yeah, no, I'm slowing us down, but yeah, we got to get 12 months is right around the corner. Right around the
Yeah,
corner. So
All right, next
we're
book.
gonna-
What is next? Next is
White Knight.
White Knight.
White Knight. Let's go. White Knight. Perfect.
I'm 4 chapters in, so
White Knight
Nice.
is next. All right.
Well,
This-
the last Sun Eater book just came out, so I'm gonna have to do both at the same time. That's gonna be interesting.
yeah. So the benefit here is White Knight is the last book that I actually need to actually have my handwritten notes out. I've already got
Yep.
the rest of them already written out,
Already
so my
done.
rereads will now go faster after
You can-
White
you
Knight's
can
done.
read. Yep. So it is going to be Steve. It's going to be you dragging the chain, mate.
Yeah, no, I got to get my shit together. So, all right. Well, I'll start White Knight tomorrow at work. So,
Yeah, we'll
Sounds
we'll
good.
keep you on it because if we can pump out one of these every couple of weeks, we'll clear out before 12 months is.
We can do one a week, easy.
we should. Yeah, we could. They're fast reading until you get to the end.
Yeah,
Battlegrounds is a longer book, but so cool. Well,
Yep.
White Knight was one of your favorites first time. Yeah, I get why. It's a banger. So, all right.
Yep.
Well, any parting words before I pass out into Dreamsville?
Nah, you go and pass out, man.
Yeah.
No,
I've really enjoyed this. I wasn't sure about
Yeah.
this book when we as reading this book, it's been good to go back and dissect it.
Yeah,
Again.
it's a bunch of little droplets for other books to expand upon. I think that's where this one is
Yeah, as you said, man,
Fine.
like the setup in this is kind of amazing. It's incredible to think about all the things that have been like shoved into here.
Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, just the
it's good.
amount of world building like elements to expand upon is
And we've begun the Molly fucking super wizard
Yep,
arc.
there you go.
which is
Yeah, the
one
Molly
of the
arc
best
has,
things about
has
the-
started. Yeah,
One of the
true.
best things about the whole series. So like, bang
Yep.
bang.
Very true. Very true.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh well, hey, you showed up, El, just in time for us to say goodnight. So
Yeah,
good night.
good night, Al.
Hopefully, oh yeah, sure. I saw that too. What a lull. Yeah, apparently HBO is fixing. You know how HBO is fixing
Well, yeah,
Game of
bro.
Thrones season 8. Apparently,
They're gonna set
they're
the
releasing
studio on fire.
sequels to Game of Thrones season 8. Yeah, that's gonna work.
Jesus.
Oh wow!
Ugh.
Let's watch the reign of Bran the Builder.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, I'm so ready for it. Maybe Cersei will crawl out from under the rock pile she got fucking brained by. Yeah, that's what we need. She had her super red wine shield on.
There we go.
All right. Well, I am glad for you, sir, that you have just got off work. Enjoy being off work, my friend. Hopefully, you catch the replay. And been having an F-foot fight with the Wild Show troll. Oh my god! Good luck with that. Those people are fucking crazy. Those people are fucking nuts. Any show defenders are crazy. It's fucking retarded. They're idiots. All right. On that, good night, and we will see you very soon. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of all of a sudden, for some reason, there's a bunch of Wheel of Time shit popping up. So I guess I have stream shit. So yeah, I'm sure it has, my friend. All right, everybody. Good night, and we will see you very soon for something else, whether it's Dresden or whatever. So
It'll be
good
good.
night, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
It's out.
I kicked the door open, staff held ready to fight, and shouted, "And I'm all out of bubblegum!"